What's happening, lads? Before we start this week's episode of the Have a Word podcast, do us a favour, make sure you're following us on all social media. We are at Have a Word Pod on Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. And on top of that, don't forget to go and subscribe to the Patreon page, patreon.com/haveawordpod. Early access to these episodes, an extra episode just for you lot every single week on Patreon. And don't forget those monthly specials, of which there are 40 plus now. They're basically a movie every single month. Patreon.com/haveawordpod. Enjoy the episode. It's a belter.
Wag wag, leads. You're listening to the funniest podcast in the game. From the heart of Liverpool, with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped, the very best products on the market for below-the-waist grooming.
Go, Ed. Get on me.
Episode 298.
There's you.
I watch out for the numbers.
You've started switching up your dress since, haven't you? You're starting to dress a little bit more.
I just can't put anything on. I can't put anything on without
You've gone
getting
into
critiqued.
brown. Is that brown or green? I'm colorblind.
It's a really sort of greeny brown, dark
And
grey.
It's a majority audio podcast, but you know, let's do this. Let's do this again. Let's do me and
I'm
my.
saying it in a good way.
I-
It's
Complimenting you.
You look sexy.
But I don't believe the compliment.
You look better. Do you know what I think the final thing to change up is?
Well, go on.
Your hat game.
Right.
Because you're doing all right now. This is quite good. Do you get
All
that on
right.
TikTok shop?
Okay, up. Yeah. Timu.
That's a slam.
Ordered it 8 weeks ago. Cost $1.99.
Um,
No guilt.
Have you
No,
got
I
jeans
think
on?
I think you're looking good.
Thank you. Well, that's the end of this section.
What pants have you on?
Jeans. Oh, I'm out of the skinny jeans.
Yeah, I've left me skinny jeans there behind.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah, we should have
When-
probably done
when
it
did
in
you last wear skinny
2020.
6-7 years ago.
Well gone.
No, that's not true. You've had skinny jeans recently, more
Yeah,
recently.
these
haven't
are a tapered fit.
you? Right.
I like these, and I've got a wide fitting, like a light wash that I got from Nashville,
What?
Tennessee.
Oh, you never don't know.
But yeah, like
Skinny jeans are out.
yeah, and like because I haven't worn them for like it's about 6 months, maybe. I put a pair on the other day because I got all my washing done and my skinny jeans come back, and I was like, oh,
The
forgot about
6-month
them.
wash.
And I put them on, and I was like, oh, they look ridiculous, don't they?
Yeah.
And we all just wore them for years.
You get.
Mate, I wore them till last Thursday. I don't want to change. I don't like. At what point do you just go? Ah, yeah, Dan's 43, so just let him have it. But in my DMs, fucking hell, lad, skinny jeans. Even my wife in my DMs, skinny jeans.
You never wore skinny jeans, have you?
Not since I was in school.
Did you ever get to real?
Yeah, they made it to real. We had them in school, but
about real.
that's what we wore in school. But,
Skinny jeans in school.
yeah,
What school did you go to?
it was black. They were black skinny jeans, and everyone was like doing like the tightest they could.
Oh, we had to wear.
You wore
pants.
jeans to school.
Black ones, yeah. That you could kind of get away with as trousers.
Can you imagine if you turned up to school in jeans? What? Your school career's over.
Yeah, but black jeans.
No.
Black jeans is a bit different than
I got
you know.
jeans on, have you, lad? That's all you get all day.
You'd be called Jeans for 5
Be
years.
Jean. Billy Jean.
This is your school. Our school
You'd probably
was
be
fine.
Billy, actually.
It's encouraged.
It's Billy. What? Billy Jean. Wore jeans once.
It was encouraged to wear jeans.
You're animals.
Not by
weren't
the
you?
teachers.
Fucking hell, he's wearing jeans. Call him Gene.
I remember once.
Get up from that.
I remember when we.
I mean, we can't say the worst ones.
No, all right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember.
I'll tell you what Josh got called every day,
No, you can't.
despite
no,
not being.
No. When people started wearing jeans, because like you got cool and started going out. I didn't have jeans yet, and one of the lads went, "Do you even own jeans, lad?" And I went, "Yeah."
God, it's a fine line to balance at your school, isn't it?
And I didn't. I just listed in footy kits and trackies and that. I went, "What jeans have you got?" And I had only read the label of Levi's.
Yeah.
I'd never. And I went, "I've got Levi's."
Oh.
They're
You got to put a Levi's.
I found him in a lay-by.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, is that not the name?"
I've got a French pair, Levi's. They're fucking cool.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It was sad. And then
So did you make I forget the made up name for your mum, Barbara Reigler,
Barbara.
take her? Did you have to go and get some Levi's?
No, that ship sailed. It was clear they didn't have Levi's. I got some George bastards or something. Henleys, maybe.
Henleys.
Were your school not asked about? Was it as long as they were black trousers?
There was a limit. There
Right.
was a limit.
Yeah, you can't have
If
rips
they
in them.
started going a bit grey or you weren't
Wash your
allowed.
jeans
No.
once.
So
But we were
wild.
also pushing. Everyone was pushing with the shoes, so that Vans were quite common.
What, black Vans?
Black Vans.
No.
Yeah.
With the white squiggle or like
No.
with a black squiggle.
Well,
Some
Totally
people
black.
would like permanent marker the black,
Yeah.
white squiggle.
Stan Smiths with the shoes in our school.
Stan fucking Smith, mate.
Stan
Black
Smiths, because
Smith.
and you'd argue with your teacher, their shoes, and he'd be like, "The Stan Smiths," and be like, "You can't even see me tongue, and you're not lifting me pants."
What's a
higher."
Stan Smith?
Adidas. Very classic
Adidas
shoe.
Stan Smith.
Oh no.
They look like a shoe.
At my school, you're getting sent home for even attempting any of this.
Pumps, mate, from
You
Pop
getting-
Boutique.
you
Yeah, but
getting
didn't you go
cane.
somewhere where the nuns used to be everyone up?
What?
You go to like a
Where's that come from?
You did go. You went to like a nunnery, didn't you?
Oh, where's this?
Hutton Nunnery.
Yeah.
The whole nunnery. Yeah. It was the turn of the 19th century, so things were different, wasn't it? You know, the Great War was coming. Things were different. You weren't allowed to wear Stan Smith. He was still alive.
You get the cane if you were.
you had the cane, didn't you?
Yeah, we had the cane.
Did you?
Yeah, we had capital punishment. You got shot.
Boy,
You boy! Are these Johns? Are you dead? There was a
John's
beheading
shoes
in the quad.
Are they John's shoes? Dead. What did you wear to school?
Well,
Did you
listen.
have a hat?
I was a Clark's boy.
Yeah,
till-
that's right.
Yeah.
I was Ravel.
Until I could. Who?
Ravel, mate.
Don't know who that is.
In my head, that's just Ravel Morrison. Who's Ravel?
Just
The biggest disappointment of a career ever, that, apparently, according to United fans.
Yeah, when you're in the third tier of the UAE leagues.
He hates them as well, doesn't he?
Wow.
Ravel Morrison hates United.
Yeah, that interview we did a couple of weeks ago. where-
Arsenal, he's like, no, United. No, Arsenal.
That was my fault. We were talking about school shoes. Then I've heard a name and gone Ravel Morrison. Yeah. Sam Allardyce absolutely ripped him at West Ham. Was just like, he was so good, but just wandered off.
Yeah.
He was the best player in that youth team. Better than Paul Pogba and Jesse Lingard. Isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Really good kicker. Speaking of kickers, that was my brand of choice. Back.
You were kickers, man, yeah?
Screech back.
I had Ravel. I had kickers.
You were a Ravel fella, yeah?
I had
St.
Clarks.
John's, top of it.
I used to just every year. Me mad just like she'd roll the dice. I'm like whatever it's spelt out. That's the brand we're going for.
She made her own dice.
I can see letters and numbers.
Did you ever get the pumps? Mate, when I got pumps from Pop Boutique, I was essentially just fucking Alex Turner. I thought I was the coolest kid ever. And that was like year 11.
Once you got like year 8, like year 7, you didn't really know yet that like politics was coming with like your shoe choices because you'd gone through all of junior primary school, and it's just like
I got what I was given.
Yeah,
You could maybe
like,
state a
but
preference in Clark's.
But what I
but
mean
that was
is, even the other kids in the school weren't like, "What have you got on there?" It was just like, "Yeah, there is shoes. Who's ass?"
it. What year does that change?
So in year 7, everyone's still, you're all glassy eyed and
Yeah,
naive, aren't you?
you've all got big bags on, like, hey!
And you
so
turn
big.
up,
You haven't
and
been
then one
destroyed
day,
yet.
one cunt goes, "Hey, I've got better shoes than you," and then that guy gets to be king of the shoes for the year. And by year 8, you've got to have whatever shoes that the Don's got.
Saying that. Prada's,
No, I never. I would. No. I think Rockports. Back in
1955.
mate, if you had Rockports,
Yeah.
you had to be hard.
in little school, yeah.
You had to fight. You had to be able to fight with Rockports.
That's a
It was
fact.
basically like wearing a fucking gi.
Yeah.
That was you couldn't. None of the geeks wore Rockports. I had some pods.
I was about to say pods with the
I
gimp
know,
ones.
but I had to give them back because I was getting too much pussy.
Jen with the Prada ones.
Yeah.
That like the cool kids would wear.
I had a pair of them at one point. Mine were Jag, though.
They used to wear, like, they used to have the red stripe on the tongue.
Kicks, a lot of kickers, but
Kickers were class because one of them had a little green label on. And the other one had a red label on, didn't it?
oh yeah.
I remember the lad said
Keep
he
the
had,
labels on.
these are French, French. Yeah, these are like French designer shoes. And then, Joe, when you take your kit off a PA and leave it in the classroom, said George on the inside.
Nice.
George. Game over. George St. Pierre.
He was killed immediately. And they were the rules of school. I don't know where you went, but we went to different places. Oh my God, George, get the gun.
But we had to wear pants, like, school, like,
We had a suit on every day. we did, though.
oh yeah, we did.
Why? What was your uniform? Blazer.
Black trouser,
Blazer.
black blazer with the school badge on, white shirt, and the tie varied depending on what house you were in.
And a grey jumper.
Whoa! Different house ties?
So the tie had like a base. So the base was red and black. But then originally, like in year 7, actually, everyone's tie had a yellow stripe on it.
Jeez.
Like every like 4th stripe was yellow, right? Once we got into year 8, they changed the whole thing, and yellow was just for one house. Mine was purple because I was in Oswald.
Are you Oswald, yeah?
I was an Aussie, yeah.
Bede massive, baby.
Bede was dark blue.
It was. Bede massive.
Yeah.
You were in Bede House?
Yeah, Bede massive, mate. Blue. You smash anyone.
B-E-D-E, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'd
as in the
smash anyone.
venerable Bede.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd smash anyone's head, and he wasn't Bede.
Who was Oswald?
Columbia to get it.
Oswald Mosley.
What was that? Was it David?
Phenomenal.
Was David someone?
I just want to let you know. For fucking nominal. So many people won't get it. But it's so good.
What were they? Columbia, Bede, Oswald.
What? There was a Columbia House?
Yeah,
That was the yellow one.
6 houses. It was light
I
blue.
won that one.
I don't know, but they had all the gimps in.
Yeah, they were Gims.
Which one
they
was
were
that?
like Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
Can't remember them.
Columbia was class. They were like the OGs, them.
They were red, weren't they?
No, I thought they were yellow.
No, wasn't Davidson or Davis or something yellow?
Do you not even know your own houses?
I was Bede, mate. I didn't give a fuck
Yeah.
about no one else.
What the fuck are you talking about? I was Bede. I didn't even know the names of
Don't
the other
come to
houses.
our
We
home
did
the
at the
yard.
time.
How many houses were
but-
there?
What?
How many houses?
I think
6?
there was 6, yeah. There
We
might have only been 4, though.
Yeah, we only had 4. How many did you have?
6.
We had.
Comment below. Your defo still
We
in
had
the school.
4.
What are
Alright.
they?
What were yours?
We all wore habits, because the num.
What were yours called?
They were named after hills in like Lancashire,
Oh, I'm bloody more fan of me, lad.
I think.
Something like
So we had Walton, Rawstorn, Fleetwood, and oh no, that's not right.
That mountain in Fleetwood.
And Hines.
It's a weird name.
So
for us, isn't it?
they're not mountains, are they?
No.
Fleetwood Mountain.
Sounds like a tribute band. We are Fleetwood Mountain. This is the entire Rumours album.
You didn't come to our corner of the yard, though. You'd fucking get melted, mate.
Yeah, everyone had their own corner. You couldn't mix with other houses.
Was that actually a thing?
Yeah. That was in prison. Yeah, they're the Hispanics. They're all in Colombia. We're fucking Bede. We're fucking Jeff's bitches. And Adam's house, we named it after me. I joined. New name.
I need to remember the names, man. It's going to do me head in. Someone will know who we know.
Well, you could Google it in a break. You find
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of nunneries,
Oh, the Sisters of Mercy.
if you've been following for a while, and if you follow any of us on social media, you will have seen over the last week or so, Zoe's Place, who we are going to India for to raise money for their planned new hospice. Zoe's Place is a baby hospice in West Derby, just down the road from, like, literally next door, actually, to where me and Carl went to school. The site they currently operate in is owned by the Sisters of Mercy, which is a group of nuns, and they're very ironically named because they're being quite merciless at the minute. They're kicking, Finn's nan works there. She's a bitch as well.
Auntie.
So
Shit,
they're
different nunnery,
taking
I
the site off the baby hospice to sell to someone else. I think that's what's going on. Either way, they're the ones responsible, okay? Zoe's Place found another site, cost them £1.1 million, and the build, now that, like, there's been several delays with planning permission because Liverpool City Council and stuff take a billion years to get things done, and there's been a lot of funding delays. The build is now at 4.6 million, so it's 5.7 million in total that they need. They're currently at about 2 million, I think. So there's about 4 that we still need. However, the staff of Zoe's Place were brought into a meeting on Monday and basically told by the people higher up who, they do work for the charity and they do run it, but they're not, there every day having face-to-face time with these kids who are dying and, who are really ill and the families that need support. They've had to come to the very difficult decision that as things stand in December, they're going to close their doors for good. And they've got 30 days to change that. They've got 30 days to either raise 4 million quid or to find a property that is more readily available to move into so they don't have to actually build it. It's a next to impossible job, but as long as it's next to and not actually impossible, we're going to give it everything we've got. So we've got some fundraisers going on. We're trying to make as much noise as possible. We've got everyone who's, anyone looking around Liverpool for these buildings now. And there's, we've got a couple of leads. Like, by the
So
time
is that the priority? Like, the money's obviously hugely important, but the building is the focus, do you think?
So there's two things. If they found a building that they could move into, like before June, that is just ready to go, that they could put 50 babies in, then that would be perfect. It'd be absolutely perfect. However, the alternative is if they now just get the money to build the new site, they need more money than they need for the build because they need enough money to pay the staff whilst they take a break in service. Because they haven't got enough time from now until the 30th of June to build the place. Now, obviously, this would all be alleviated if the Sisters of Mercy were to grant them an extension on their lease for 6 months or a year. But that looks like it's not going to happen.
Of course not.
So merciful.
So we've got 30 days. As of when this goes out, it'll be, 23 days. The frontline staff I know a good few of the girls there now, and they're all great. But Gina's a really close friend of mine, and they've essentially been tasked by the people at the very top of the charity. And by the way, they have two other sites. They have one in Middlesbrough and one in Coventry. And it is just as important that those places get support, but there's a reason Zoe's place is particularly close to my heart because it's right next to the school I went to. The school always did fundraising for them. And, if you followed us for a very long time, you'll know. Like, I was in and out of hospital with operations on my eye when I was a kid. And things were a lot different back then because the country was in a much better state. So my family and me, we got the support that we needed from Alder Hey and from Arrow Park Hospital in the Whittle. Because, the support was there back then. But it isn't now. And if Zoe's place goes, there is nowhere else that these kids can go. There's space for about 9 of them at other hospices in Liverpool, but that means 41 families and children who are dying or seriously, seriously ill and have seriously affected lives will have nowhere to go. So we've got 30 days. If you are in property and you think there's somewhere where you could house 50 children, I think they need something like 10 rooms, 10 quite large rooms in order to do that. They can put, 5 or 6 kids in each bedroom. And I think it's only 8 are ever housed overnight, so they don't have to have full capacity overnight either, but the hospice does run 24/7. They're ideally looking for properties in West Derby. Liverpool as a wider region would also be great, and even the rest of the Northwest is something that they would be looking at as well. I had a lot of questions about our India trip. India is happening regardless, because right up until we go to India, that's when D-Day will be for the Liverpool site anyway. And if we do end up going to India and the worst happens and Zoe's place does shut in December, then the funds will be diverted to their other sites in Middlesbrough and Coventry. So everyone who's donated to us, your money is still going to the charity you thought it was going to when you donated it. If you've attended one of the events that we've done, it's still going to the charity you thought it was when you donated it. It just might end up being another site, but I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make sure that this does remain in Liverpool.
You've done really well to respond to this so quickly. I know you've, obviously, because Gina that works there really well, but it has been impressive watch you kick into action and then also just mobilise us and Paul, and it felt like all the good eggs in Liverpool sort of woke up to it yesterday. I think that was down to you.
He went, hey, can we fix it?
I sent it to Paul and I sent it to Paddy, and I don't think either of them had actually seen the news until I spoke to them. And as soon as I mentioned it to them, they were like, right, I'll do the video. Paul put his up straight away. Paddy was like, I've done the video, lad. Here it is. I've just sent, because he doesn't run his own social media anymore, I don't think. So he sent it to his social media team and was like, get that up. And it went up, almost immediately. I've asked Jamie Webster to do a couple of things for us. Ian Sterling messaged me. He said he's going to do a video today. And he's going to try and we're doing a couple of fundraiser gigs. The first one sold out in seconds or minutes. And we're going to add another one probably on the 21st. That will be they're both at Hot Water Comedy Club, because we get no room higher there and we can get 600 people in. Dan's doing them. Paul Smith is going to be doing the 21st. When that goes on sale, we've got John Bishop and Jason Manford on the 28th. Trying to add Russell Kane to that bill as well. But the lineups are going to be ridiculous. And at the end of the day, we could put 6 open micers on and we should be filling these anyway because it's not even about the lineup, but the best of the lineup, the best of the show. Trying to get Jamie Webster to come down and sing on the 21st as well because he's busy on the 28th. But over the past sort of 6 months, you look at what happened in Southport with the terror attack and those fucking poor girls getting killed, and then everything that sort of happened after that made me quite embarrassed to be Scouse for a little bit, because that's never been us. What happened, those riots and the sort of, anti-immigration marches that for the first time ever took control of this city, that in the past have always been pushed back. It made me go, ugh, are we just a bit like everyone else? And this has just been bubbling under the guise of, fuck the Tories, because there was people at those riots and stuff wearing fuck the Tories hats, chanting Tommy Robinson's name, and it made me a bit disgusted. However, my pride in this city has been a little bit restored by the past 24 hours, because the reaction to this, I just don't actually believe that there's another city in the UK that would have mobilised this quickly and how it has around something like this. Now, obviously, I'm very biased in that, and I'm sure there's people from other working class parts of the country who'd say, no, my city would do the same, and I just haven't seen it before. So very proud of it. Very proud of everyone for getting involved. The amount of donations that came in the last sort of 24 to 48 hours, which is still going now.
Go to the Just Giving as well. The Just Giving's
We'll put it in the bio.
Yeah.
The amount of stories and messages, and when you tweeted the amount of people who's not just from Liverpool, from around Liverpool, around the area, whose lives have been hugely affected by having a little one who's ill or struggling or has a life-threatening illness, how much good Zoe's Place have done. I'm sure in Middlesbrough and Coventry as well, but the Liverpool one is at risk, and it's done such incredible work.
And it was the first one.
Supported these people.
So the Liverpool one is the original one.
So much better. To just lose it would be so heartbreaking to so many people. There's just there isn't an alternative.
And I know £4 million is a lot of money, but it also really isn't, is it? Like
it's 1.3 mil already on the Just Giving. If everyone just keeps giving what they can, it can get there, can't it?
It's like the video I put up yesterday had 500,000 views, and Paddy and Paul's both eclipsed that because they've got a lot more followers. And I was just like, if you should all just give a £5, we'd be there. And not everyone is in a position to do that, and people are struggling, and I fully understand that and accept it. And the country's in a very bad state, which is why places like Zoe's Place are necessary.
Sign a petition as well. If you can't get money, sign a petition.
That is free, and that that is something everybody can do. I'll be honest with you. On Monday, when I spoke to Gina, it really felt like a bit hopeless. Like we were just, going to swing our way out like a boxer who's, definitely going to lose the fight, but we're just going to swing at it. But after yesterday, and speaking to her again last night and this morning, she's very bullish, and she should be so proud of herself, because I've never heard someone be quite so angry and upset at the same time. When I spoke to her on the phone on Monday, I struggled not to be sobbing down the phone, but I felt like I couldn't because I didn't want to be, selfish and make it about me. She's someone who works with these people every day. And she was so angry at the decisions that had been made and, what had been put on her. But really underneath all of it was just this anger that the families that she sees every day and what they're going through and how much of an impact it has on their lives, that the idea that someone was deciding that they wouldn't have that anymore just disgusted her. And she felt so hopeless, and she was in the pub with her mates, like the girls who worked there with her, and they were getting drunk. And then I thought she'd wake up yesterday hungover and just be, in a bit of a bad way, and I was going to have to ring her and pep her up and say I've messaged all these people and see what we can do. And she woke up yesterday and just was like, we're fucking going to do this, like a fucking warrior. And her attitude is absolutely unbelievable. And she's dealing with an awful lot from all angles at the minute. And as every single other person who works there as well is doing the same thing. And I'm just quite amazed by the attitude of everyone who works there. Like, we put the first comedy show on sale on the 28th. a hot water, and it's sold out in minutes. And she messaged me and was like, all the staff have bought 2 tickets each. So the people who work there have all bought 2 tickets each to go and see this comedy show that is fundraising for the place that they're working in, like they're not already doing enough. So, look.
Feels like if they could just get more time. Like, how is it all so final? Like,
there's so many solutions that I'm really hopeful that one of them just comes off, because we could find a building. We could find, a really generous millionaire who gives us 5 million quid. We could find 500,000 people who give us a tenner each. We could find, like, a heart in one of these nuns who goes, hey, actually, we've just had a word with someone. We can give you another 6 months. Like, there's so many ways where this might just work out. And it might not. It really might not. But, like, at least we'll get to December or in 30 days' time or whenever, like, the actual final decision is made, and say we've absolutely done everything we could.
Yeah, you said that in the video yesterday, knowing that you've tried, knowing that you've given it everything. We've just got to
do whatever we can because it needs to remain. So my socials, the pod socials, I think at the minute, this might change before the episode goes out. If you go onto Zoe's Place website, I don't think the donations link is on the website. I know that seems really strange, but that is because of some of the sort of politics going on and how charities have to work once they sort of, start the process of closing. So just go to our socials and donate from there.
Wherever you're listening or watching, the link will be in there.
Yeah, you'll find it there.
It's time for another Christmas number 1, Finn. Let's do it.
Another one.
Whip one out.
And another one.
Well, and another try.
We'll give it another go.
Thousands of pounds raised.
£5,000 raised.
£5,000 to £6,000, and we also gave some to the Childhood Eye Cancer Trust. Never mind. Come on, Finn, whip it out.
All right. What? Oh,
no.
The song? No?
Yeah, song.
All right, okay.
A penis joke. Wonderful.
Should we have a break?
I think we should.
What's happening, guys? Time to tell you about my absolute favourite sponsor, the OG, the best sponsor we've ever had, as well as all the other ones. Manscaped.com, promo code WORD20, 20% off and free shipping worldwide. Now, football season's back. You know what that means? NFL Sundays, college football, and the Premier League, if you're not a goth who's lonely.
What's that got to do with trimming your pubes?
Well, you don't want to be the guy with all the hairy bollocks with all your mates in the pub.
I know what I do when I go to the pub to watch American soccer.
You take the performance package 5.0 and you shave before you go out, don't you?
Because, shave before I go out. Because
like, if one of your mates pulls your pants down in the pub for a prank, you don't want to be the one with the hairiest, smelliest cock.
And public indecency is an offence in this country.
And it is the best you can buy. This is the best stuff you can buy. The crop soother, the crop preserver, the nose trimmer, goes up your nose, does the weeds, the weed whacker, the beard trimmer, got a beard trimmer as well now, pube trimmer, the performance package 5.0.
5 now? 5? Wow.
With the lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, it is the best in men's below and above the belt grooming. And with the promo code WORD20, you get 20% off and free shipping worldwide.
You also get a bag, a pencil
case.
If you get the package,
cool. You get all sorts of gear, mate.
Pencil case is cool.
All sorts of gear.
Newspaper.
Best sponsor in the game. The best stuff. You don't want to let, just because it's the summer's over, do not let your male grooming go downhill.
Nope. This goth loves it.
He's a goth, I'm
like. Trim your pubes, boys. I do.
Oh, God. This podcast is good, isn't it? And if you really like it, you should sign up to Patreon at patreon.com/havewordpod for a bonus episode every Wednesday. Video and audio. Early release of the video of the public episode. You get that on Saturday morning, not like pubes getting it on a Monday. And also the Patreon specials. When there's 2,738 of them.
There's over phenomenal. 50 and they are, in the majority, TV level production.
Yeah, the Ghost Hunt ones now.
Some of the earlier ones are a bit rougher. But recently we make TV shows for you once a month for an extra £3, £5 or £10.
This Saturday, the roast of Adam and Dan, or the roast of Have a Wear, whatever we're calling it. Two. And it'll be out in December.
We've got India coming up. We've got Nashville in the past, Amsterdam, all the lock-ins. If you love us, you can go and watch hours of us for £3. So, go.
There's 27,000 in the Lid Army. It cannot be wrong. How are you feeling about the roast?
Class.
You feeling good?
I think he should feel fine.
What?
I was at the writing day with him. He should feel absolutely fine.
Oh, should he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, fine. Fine. Love it.
Freddie.
Love it. Oh, that's not.
Freddie's on. I'm not telling you the rest of the lineup. Freddie said, he texted me the other day and said, is there a line? And I was like, well, your call to make. And he was like, because I think I've written 3 today that you will definitely cut out of the special because they are the worst things I've ever said. And this is Freddie.
Oh my God.
What could that possibly be?
Oh God, what's he going to make jokes about? 9/11 and Auschwitz?
Hey! Are they bad? Have you seen them?
9/11 in Auschwitz, yeah.
Oh, none of them. I knew they were bad. Did he send you the jokes?
No, he won't. He won't send any. He wants to hurt people's feelings in real time.
Harry's getting sent to everyone's on Friday so that he can tell people, hey, you're on later and you might not be able to do that because they're doing a very similar thing earlier. Like,
Good production. It's going to be a fire show, much bigger than the last one. If you've got tickets, well done. If you haven't, it'll be out on
some
Patreon
venue.
in December.
Some venue, like,
We've got a...
Where's your?
Colin Regan says... Question
couldn't even
for you,
hear that
Lids.
and it went through me. Isn't that mad?
Where's
Do it
It's
again.
like your alternate name, that.
your?
Colin Regan says, question for you, Lids. Have you seen Brock Lesnar's daughter? She's an absolute unit and is a champ.
She is.
She's an absolute unit,
Mad way.
a patron, and is a champion shot putter.
That's a slam, innit?
Your Mars a champion shop.
Your daughter's a champion shot putter.
She's genuinely Brock Lesnar with longer.
And she has her dad's good looks and freak genetics. I haven't seen her, but I'm imagining just...
What are you imagining?
She's one of the most beautiful women who used to walk the earth.
Keep reading, Dan. I'll get it up.
My question is, if your kids were like you, but with genetically enhanced traits, what sporting event would you force them into?
Oh, I have seen her before.
She's gorgeous, isn't she?
She looks like the albino lad at school that you didn't want to bully because he'd fucking kill you.
It
She
just
look-
looks like Brock's transition, doesn't it?
She looks like, and this is a slam, Brock Lesnar.
What was the question?
Would you want your daughter to be a champion shot putter?
No.
No. My question is, if your kids were like you, but with genetically enhanced traits, what sporting event, what sport or event would you force them into?
Pole vault using the cock.
Yeah, she's going to be a talented young lady, that one, isn't it? Adam's daughter's
you know,
got
just
an unfair
on-
advantage.
Do you know, just on the fake question that you asked, would I want my daughter to be a champion shot putter? Can I just run with that one for a sec? Because here's what I think. I want my kids to be like just fucking middle of the fucking hallway. Normal kids who are quite good at footy, bright, and like just a bit handsome, but not like so handsome that they never develop a personality.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just a
Are we
7
talking
out
about
of
your
10
son
looking
here?
kid.
Are you talking about your son here? Not, you don't want a handsome, good at footy daughter? Or is it we just...
You don't want a fit or handsome child, or just be normal. Be a 7 at everything.
What?
Because
Yeah.
if you're fit, you'll have babies at 11 or 16, whatever they do, and you're a dog by the time you're 25. That's a fact.
That's a fact. All fit kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you can't bring Rill into it. I've got a family at 3 by year 9. That doesn't fucking count.
If you peak in high school, you usually have a bad 20s, and then by 30s, no one gives a fuck. If you're in the middle, you can grow.
Yeah, you don't want to be so good looking that you never develop a personality.
You peaked at high school is true, innit? It's such a thing.
And by the way, anyone listening to this going, well, I'm gorgeous actually, and I've got a great personality. You're not gorgeous. You're not. You're sound. You're like a 7, maybe an 8. 9s and 10s are boring.
9 10s don't listen to this.
No.
And if they,
just out in the street.
but if they're accidentally, if they're passing like a fucking a caravan and someone's listening to us, right, and they accidentally hear a bit, and they're listening and going, well, I'm gorgeous and I'm great. You're not. You're a dull, boring cunt, and you're fit, and that's what you're good at. You're good at looking good, but you can't talk, can you? Because you're stupid.
It's a fact.
So the fit person's walking past a caravan yeah.
They all go to caravans. Like
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah.
Hot people are always walking past campsites.
I didn't say it was on a campsite. The caravan might be,
Residential.
Yeah.
A residential, hot pit person just wandering around.
There's a
the
caravan
residential.
just parked on Sefton Park, by the way, and he's cracked it. Don't know whether you know about this guy. Like about 5 miles from where me and Carl live is Sefton Park. Right? And there's a fella. By the way, it's like one of the most expensive areas of Liverpool to live in because that's where everyone wants to live because Sefton Park's class.
Apparently.
Right?
Oh,
Apparently.
one day, guys. One day, guys. Fingers crossed.
Right?
Keep working.
This guy has got a generator and a caravan and he's just parked it on the park and he's just got this prime real estate.
Yes,
Sick.
but it's not allowed, is it? You know, you can live in front of Buckingham Palace briefly when you park your Winnebago up there.
No, but
So
you're
it
not
is
getting-
allowed?
You're not getting a palace, though, are you? You're getting the outside of the palace. He's getting a country park as his gaff.
What?
He is allowed. There's free 24/7 unlimited parking around Sefton Park and he has pulled his caravan up with a generator and gone, this is where I live. And he has smashed it.
Respect that. Look at you getting ideas. One week a month.
Great. So the council aren't like, hey, move it on.
Nope.
He's just set it up.
Yeah. He's
Doesn't
been there
feel
for
like
about a
it's
year. He's been there since I moved in.
Smart.
Something bad's happened though there, hasn't it?
What do you mean?
He's not like an actuary, is he? His wife left him and he's bought a caravan.
I don't know.
That's what's happened.
A lot of people are doing van life now, aren't they? Not seeing it on Instagrams.
I'd like a van. It's something that I want to get after the wedding, I think.
Like one that
After
you
the
can
divorce,
dip in.
mate. Yeah.
Yeah, the one where you go, hey, let's just drive the lakes on a Friday and come home on a Sunday.
You can do that in your car.
Yeah, you can do that in your
On
car.
your road.
What?
Why are you parking that on your road?
I know, Heighton's a big place, Finn.
He doesn't need to. Just park next to the park. That's the new
Oh yeah.
exclusive.
By ours, there are an abundance of vans. And I actually didn't know this. I spoke to them today. They have a school bus that's been, what's the word?
Transition.
Transition.
Transformed.
Transformed, whatever. And they just park it on the street. Not on our street, but yeah. Fuck other people.
It's very Instagrammy, isn't it? To like
Yeah.
kit out your van and go
People are
on
off
your.
the grid though. People are just getting to a point where they're like, do you know what? We don't need a job. We don't need a house. We'll just get a van and we'll just forage.
In Sefton Park.
No, they go about a bit, don't they?
Off the grid with a license plate and a credit card. No
What
one
they
knows
do?
who
What,
we are.
hang on. What's the foraging consist of? They just go about
Go in the
foraging,
shop.
They'll just
Go
go
to
and
the
stabbing
coffee-
squirrels and then frying them in there.
stabbing squirrels and frying them. They're off the grid. They're eating fresh squirrel. They're living the dream. They've gone through a divorce. They're murdering squirrels, eating them.
No, but they're
and
just travelling
fine.
from like town to town, and then when they
This
run
guy's
out,
not. He's next to Sefton
not,
Park.
not this guy. Not the guy I'm
He's
talking
gonna
about.
run out of
I'm talking about the van life people on Instagram.
Ah, yeah,
They just
yeah.
travel to a new town. They earn a couple of grand on like a market stall or something. And
You're
they keep
talking
that-
about the traveller community. There's loads of the vans. They turn up, they get on some farmland illegally, cause a load of fucking murder, have some fights, do some videos, and then fuck off. And you never pay tax.
Not all of them do that, but you know. Fun, isn't it?
People are.
I'm sorry,
doing
all
it.
11-year-olds are pregnant, but
No, what I
Hang
said
on,
was,
hang
if you fit in school and you're getting jagged,
At 11.
not 11, that was a bit hyperbole.
right, cool. Well, let's all get Winnebagos.
I'd fucking love
not
an
even
RV.
hungry.
Could we kit one out for a special?
Probably not. What we'd do is we'd buy a fucking shit van and then forget to kit it out, and then there'd be a mad trip to B&Q, 3 arguments, and then we'd
Get a bathtub.
and then
That'd be a
we'd
good
have to ask
special.
you to not come into work for a week while we got a fake fin to fucking kit it out.
That would be a good special, though. It's just us driving around the country in a thing we've made, and it's just basically
What, Dan versus food, roasted squirrel?
a couch.
I bet I'd love it.
I have a transit van.
So,
People are doing it. You know, people are just trying to get away from the matrix, mate. Away from the 9 to 5 life. Away
gotta-
from the man.
You got away with Dan versus food because we forgot.
No, we'll just do it when Alfie comes in.
Yes.
find me a squirrel.
You would need a squirrel.
What do you just want your kids to be straight down the line? Is that what you're saying?
I just want them to be sound enough to get by. Not so sound that everyone likes them and then they pick on people. I don't want them to be so attractive that they peak in high school and they get like the lack of personality thing. I just want them to be.
What if they are though? What if they're
What?
just beautiful?
Then break
Look
them
at
down.
you,
a little.
Adam.
Fine.
Look at you.
Fine. No, I
Come
want,
here, little Vinny. You're way too
I want them to
fuckable.
be
You
a
need to work
better
on it.
looking version of me, just slightly better looking.
Break them down at home. Oh, being cool in school, are you little muppet? Tether them at home.
You know, I could punch your head in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not cool here, mate.
Hardest kid in school, are you? Not the hardest kid in this house. Gloves on. Come on.
Yeah, break
Right,
them
we're going
down.
for school shoes. No, you are getting pods. Yeah, they don't even make them anymore. I've got them off of eBay.
Yeah, I don't want shot putters in my house. Do you know what I mean? I just want fucking kids who can do like 20 keepy ups.
You've always been really hardline on shot putters, haven't you? I will.
First or second pick of five-a-side's always good, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like, he's cool when he's
But
sound,
what if
he's
they're
good.
brilliant at something? What if,
Right.
what if little Vinny's just an absolute chess phenom?
I changed my mind on calling my kid Vinny. That's going to be my dog's name. Just so you know.
What are you going?
And if he can play chess, that is noteworthy, isn't it?
Don't be a smart dog. Just be a 7 out of 10.
Listen, little
dog.
Vinny, you're too fuckable. You know?
Yeah.
Boy's name then for
Zach.
Brian.
with a K.
No.
CH.
CH.
Sash.
Zach Brown Rowe.
Zach Brian Rowe.
I've actually had Zach
Combs.
picked out since long before my country era started.
From Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. And Eliza for a girl.
2 very American names.
Don't know where that one's from.
It's Hamilton.
Oh, is it?
Zach
A
Bryan.
nice name, though. Doesn't matter where I got it
Hamilton
from.
You really did pay attention at Hamilton, didn't you?
All I could see was Dominic Calvert-Lewin talking shite and some king who thought he was funny. It's all I remember.
But what are your names? Eliza, Susan, Jeff. You know, I've always had Eliza,
Skylar,
Susan, Jeff
sister.
as my name for a girl.
isn't it?
Jeff Rowe. I think I know a Jeff Rowe.
You thinking of Jethro, the comedian?
I'm thinking of Jethro. And that's not what you want your daughter to be, is it? You know, I just want my daughter to be a 7 out of 10. I don't want her to be, a famous Southwest-based middle-aged comedian. And I've always stood, or a shot putter.
Or you could like some androgynous names are nice, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Where it can be for both.
Alex.
Yeah.
Colin.
Or what?
Colin.
Or Jonathan.
Colin and Ethan.
Danny's one, isn't it? Danny's that go both ways. I've seen James as well in a girl.
Huh?
James, yeah.
Bobby's.
James for the girl.
I've seen girls called James. yeah.
Jim, the girl.
Don't call her Jim, innit?
No, hang on. You
You have
haven't,
not
though, have
seen
you?
a girl called James.
Google it.
No, but where
No?
have you seen?
Because you haven't?
What do you mean? Oh, it will not be on the internet then?
Yeah, it can be used for good.
No, but
Oh,
everything can be you.
you're
Colin
going to
can-
love this. Ryan Reynolds' daughter's called James.
Oh, who's he? There you go.
You ate him.
Suck a fart. I do.
That's why you know about it. He's the only person to do it, and you've been looking into his history.
No, it's quite a big one now.
Right. But there's certain male names that can't be androgynized. No, you know what I
Kevin.
mean? You can't
My
call
bird, Kevin.
you. Yeah. You can't call your daughter Bernard. That
Benedict.
is.
Bernadette.
Oh yeah.
Keith.
Keith Ed.
Keith Ed.
Nigel.
Bobby's doing bits.
Nigella.
Bobby's.
Oh, yeah.
No, but that doesn't count though, does it?
It does.
No, it
Nigel's
doesn't.
short for Nigella.
Because James isn't like there's not a feminized version of it. They're just going, yeah, James. Do you know what I mean?
That's not what I mean, though.
Right.
Mohammed.
And that's the end of that game.
Carl's board. Put it in the fucking sky.
I think we're going to do some have words. I'll put them wherever I fucking want now.
You're a maverick.
Wow.
Who am
You
I?
can't be controlled.
You don't even know where I am.
Harry's not here and you're off the chain.
I'm doing room 102 on my own, mate.
Will you? Don't do that.
If you want to send in a have a word pod@gmail.com for all your correspondence. Lewis Griff says, wag lids. I need you to have a word with my 15-year-old cousin. Our granddad passed away recently and we had the funeral and wake. During the funeral, she was filming herself crying, and then we went up to pay our respects. Before leaving the crematorium, she rested her phone on our granddad's casket and filmed herself putting on a sad face and paying her respects. By the time we got to the reception afterwards, it was already on TikTok with sad music over the top and a caption making out it was the hardest day of her life. Have a word with her and all the other cunts her age that are obsessed with clout and likes and will exploit anything to get them.
Go on, Finn.
Content is king.
That was my point.
We're talking about it, aren't we? She won.
You're just jealous that she's got followers, mate. That's what it is.
Jealous that your granddad isn't dead.
She's all over dead granddad TikTok.
Who he is.
Not other people.
Content's king. We're all monetizing our lives, and at the end of the day, your granddad's dead. He's not even going to notice. Why are you crying?
Plus, he loved TikTok.
Dan, if we
It was all about reach.
If we filmed at your funeral, would you be annoyed? Like for
here we
not for a
go.
special,
It's
just
5
for
years
TikTok.
away,
Oh,
lads.
do you know what I've just realised?
What?
We're going to go to someone's funeral here.
No, we're probably all going to be at your funeral.
No, probably.
Probably,
Yes, well,
unless like
odds
one of
wise.
us gets shot. Do you know what I mean?
Note to self: next time you start a podcast, don't be the oldest one by 11 years.
It's not 11.
Like you'd have to like, especially with the amount of fucking gack you've done. Do you know what I mean?
You're dead soon, you Dan.
But you're the first to go. Like probably,
Statistically speaking,
probably.
Just odds wise, yeah.
You're the oldest cokehead in the room. You know what I mean? None of us are cokeheads and we're all younger.
I'm doing so much better.
That's sad, isn't
As
it?
he says with a pile of sneak next to him.
What do you want us to do, Dan?
Yeah, what do you want? Let's plan your funeral.
Do you want us to be a barbershop quartet?
Do I want him singing, him and Carl singing at my funeral?
Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, yeah, mama, rock me.
Will you?
Offbeat.
Will you? I want a eulogy by Brock Lesnar's daughter. That's a fact. Can I? If I put it in my will you honour it?
It depends what it is.
Well,
I'm not getting bummed.
You have to, if you tie strings to
Sorry,
like money,
what?
yeah.
in my will, I'd be like, I leave everything to these things. Some to Zoe's place. I'm sound like, you know what I mean?
Do you want us to
And
be
then
your pulling
also-
bearers?
Right? Yeah.
Oh, no way. I can't carry you, Dan. That'll break my heart.
Break your back.
So what? Someone that doesn't know me has to be the
Why does
pallbearer.
somebody have to,
Yeah.
Are you the person who knows you?
Have you ever carried anyone?
Two. So it's like no
Do you not care
jokes
about
aside.
them?
It's one of the worst things I've ever done to me.
Yeah, it's hard work,
Fuck
and you
me.
also end up thinking this fat cunt weighs loads, but it's really the casket. It's probably the casket, isn't it?
I didn't wear the suit to the funeral until the next funeral, and it still had the stuff on the shoulder, and that was one of the worst things that's ever happened to me. Yeah,
Just dust.
just from the casket. Yeah.
So what would I want for my funeral? In a more
So we're
jovial
all
sort
carrying
of
you.
tone.
Is it us four?
It's six,
Or-
innit?
It's six.
Actually,
so-
quite short. I just two of us will do it.
I've put weight on though.
So who would be your pulling bearers right now?
Right. Do you want it to be you?
I'm game if you want.
I'm front
It's
left.
your choice, innit? Let's say you get told you're going to be dead. Someone writes in and says, shooting you Tuesday morning. Get your affairs in order.
All right.
Right?
Cool. Do you know what the mistake there is? To stay in. This is fucking ridiculous. I'm not leaving my house.
Pick your pallbearers.
Right. So it's your first six, is it?
Yeah,
Right. Well, obviously I've got to go you three.
Robert.
Right, stay.
No, Robert's doing the service.
Oh, you do a good job. He's a phenomenal orator.
Sure he is.
It's young.
Red.
Ishan.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Good shout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I feel like you've got to throw a Maverick one in it.
John
Tom
Fashioner.
Cruise.
John Fashioner. I was going to go Papa Boobity up again.
Dead.
What?
I've told you this so many times. He is dead.
Well, like Nwankwo Kanu.
Every 1st of April.
God,
Us
God.
three and Ishan.
I can't believe it. I was actually one of his pallbearers as well.
Do you have Bondi?
Yeah, maybe.
James Bondy.
James Bond. Daniel Craig.
Rummy could do it on his own.
He's a big boy.
Oh, Rummy. He's a fucking
Yeah.
specimen. But he's a softie. He'd be weeping.
Oh.
Oh, he's a giant man, but he's got a good heart.
I'd be crying.
Yeah. The podcast finished?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It is.
I don't
the
think
new
Are the
one
words finished?
Yeah, the new one at start, the better one. But
It would look so similar.
Yeah, Adam and Carl's Funhouse will be class, but like, what words?
Is me living holding you back from that? Welcome to Adam and Carl's Funhouse with producer Finn. It feels familiar, but that boring old cunt isn't here.
Oh no, Dan. What song? Are you
It's time to have a better word with Adam and Carl.
going to have like Mace? Is it Mace, that song you love?
I'm having Mace as a pallbearer.
That's when you walk in.
Genuinely, that is
Clear
what
my throat.
Yeah.
Mace. Let me clear my throat. Yeah.
It's a remix. Huh?
Yeah, okay. You're in.
Okay.
Is that all right?
What do you want us to wear?
You're like brothers to me, and I haven't got a brother. So, sound.
What do you want us to wear?
What? Do you remember the Liverpool FA Cup?
The white suit.
The white suits.
Spice Boys.
The Spice Boys.
My funeral's a big country day. You've all got to wear.
I've already
country
been to
attire.
your funeral then. And by the way, it's a great piss up. I'm into it. Adam's funeral on the roof of pins. 20 quid head.
Here's a question for you, right? If you were dying and you knew you were dying, but it wasn't like making you sick, like you were all right, but you just knew, hey, like got a fucking 6 months to live here.
The bullet was coming.
Right, whatever's gonna kill you, bullets, bum to death, AIDS, cancer, whatever.
Yeah, it's more likely the last ones, isn't it? You've got 6 months to live. It's going to be a bullet.
Depends who you are, mate, right? Would you, because people have started doing this, and I really like it, would you have your funeral before you die?
What? Is that a thing?
Yeah, and people have it as like one last party. So they have to wake before, they have to wake before, do you know what I mean?
That feels so sad.
So hang on. I've got one of them illnesses where you don't really know I'm dying. I could actually keep it secret.
No, you're not keeping it a secret. You're telling everyone what it is.
All right, but I'm not physically...
You just get to go to your own funeral. So everyone who's like normally at your funeral going, I loved him. He was so good at karate. Like those people.
Bruce Lee's coming.
Those people get to tell you to your face, you know, I've always respected your karate skills.
What, like a mafia wedding? I just sit and wait for everyone to come up. Dan, you're so good. You know, you held the podcast back a bit, and Carl and Adam's Funhouse is going to be well good.
You've already
But Sam,
started it.
there's a tenner. There's a tenner.
You are good at karate, though.
Beautiful eulogy. Brock Lesnar's daughter did a great job. Mainly about shot putting, but lovely speech. Would I sit in the saddest birthday party ever
But is it sad?
on a throne?
Is it
You
sad?
On the
got a
throne
crown
in the
on.
middle.
You got a crown on.
I've got the crown, the death crown. Ow.
You don't want the night to end because then you're dead, aren't you, essentially?
Will you die that night?
Cinderella.
When the bouncer comes in, right, everyone, last orders. Fucking put a noose around that cunt's neck. Up he goes. A big fat white pinata.
By the way, I know you're taking a piss. I'd 1,000% do it.
Oh, no, this would be so sad.
But like, isn't it better that like
No.
you get to be sad with the people who love you rather than they have to do it in your absence?
I don't know if you could be as genuine as you are when someone's actually dead. I don't know if I could.
I wouldn't believe
say-
it. I'm like, you're not dead yet. You might survive, and I've wasted my money coming here. It's £20 in a taxi. You daft swat.
Your money.
Yeah. I got you would you get them a gift?
No, get them a pint.
I don't know. I'd be too sad.
I think you'd hate it.
I wouldn't eat it.
People wouldn't leave you alone.
Just everyone being dead. So hard for them.
No, I'm not
shit.
ticketing it. It'd be just with me mates.
No, but
Oh,
everyone's
that's
like,
a lost
oh,
opportunity, that.
Lads, I can't believe you.
Oh, do you know what? All these funerals are in Liverpool. You should live stream it. I paid to see Adam's funeral from the other side of the world.
I wouldn't do that. That seems
I would.
so. I couldn't be arsed if I'm being all morbid. I'd be like, you're not allowed to be sad. If you come in, you've got to be happy.
I think I'd do it like an Asian wedding and do it for like a week. I'd have death week. Just so you don't want just one.
No, you'd have to do it longer.
Yeah, just have a funeral
Different
karaoke.
themes, different themes every day.
Yeah.
I think it's class. Get to say your goodbyes. Everyone gets to know how you feel about them and they feel about you. It's just,
And you get the confidence boost.
Would that all be good, or would you just settle some scores?
I'm open to that as well. You ever have beef? Come and tell me. You know what I mean? I'm dying. Get it out now.
I had
You don't
a
want to
burger
regret
once.
not telling me that you thought I was a bell end.
I think we all knew how that was going when Sean Collins got invited.
Hey, you can come.
It's welcome.
Come. Let's square it off.
Wow. Then I think it could be ticketed.
Open bar.
What?
Who's covering that? It's at the estate. Think
Yeah.
about little Zach, Brian, Jeff, Susan,
he
that
coming?
beautiful girl. Think about his daughter.
Yeah, open bar. No, actually, do you know what? No, you can all get me a pint.
Yeah, it can be an open. I'll just carry it for you.
No.
Open casket, open bar. That's the way.
I just think it's like a really good way to do it. If you know you're dying.
It'd be nice to see everyone who loved you, because like Ross does it in Friends, doesn't he?
Yeah. And one person shows up. I don't want that.
No, that'd be shit.
If I had 6 months to live I think I'd struggle to come in to work and do gigs and stuff. Like a lot of people, but you've got to try and keep stuff normal for your kids so it's not too traumatic. You can't, like, my mum tried to do that when she knew she was going and tried to keep it normal. And it was, she hanging on by threads there because it was fucking weird, obviously. You're trying to keep normality. You can't just be like, right, you've got 6 months. Let's focus on my death. Let's share memories. You've got to try and keep some normality. But I would really struggle to come in here and
When would you have your
talk
last
bollocks
wank?
with you for
When my
5 hours
granddad
a
was
week.
dying of cancer, the family didn't tell him that he had it,
Sound. Oh my God.
but he knew.
Have you not told me? Is this what you're doing now?
Look at your cap. It's a big C.
You told me to wear it.
Yeah, my granddad didn't get told, but he figured it out.
What, when he was on chemotherapy?
On the cancer ward.
I don't think he got chemo. I think it was like,
Oh, he just raw dogged it.
I think it was like, hey, he's fucked, you know, pointless that. Like, let's just make him comfy, give him a
Just
nice
take him
chair.
to Alton Towers.
Tickle his feet.
Yeah, tickle his feet. Yeah, but I knew he knew because we were told. I was only about 11. They're like, don't say your granddad, he's got cancer. I was like, feels.
Okay, good. I love this responsibility. Thank you for putting it on me. I shouldn't be smoking. Smoke what you want, Grandad. Enjoy yourself. Have whiskey for breakfast. I'll smoke with you.
When would you have your last wank?
Probably in bed, Carl.
No, like say like you
no,
like,
it's not. It can't be like the end of a day. It can't be
No.
like my deathbed, right? Okay, I'll say my goodbyes. Love you all. Oh, you've been so good. Clear the room now. Clear the room. Lord of love. Look, just close the door behind you. Pop that lube over there, lad.
look, if you like, I'm going in the night. Would be like, would you have the wank before everyone came, or would you ask everyone to leave to have a last wank? That's a good question, I think.
Right. No, I think, you know, like in life, I'd ask everyone to leave the room. I love wanking. But
Welcome to my funeral, everyone. Now we're just going to get started.
that's what Dan loved. Just have a big group wank. Oh, no one joining in.
No, but imagine it's like when people don't leave. People don't leave your house. You want them to go home. You'd be like, oh, I wish they'd go so I have a wank.
Right, a good way to clear the house is to just start wanking, in my experience. I wish everyone would go home. I'll just fucking start pulling me pud. Still here. Leave the dips.
Yeah, I knew. I knew my granddad knew he was dying when give me 20 quid. He'd never given me that much money before. Normally just give us like 50p or a pound or whatever. And he'd be like, don't spend it all in one shop. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me 20 quid. He was like, always remember your granddad loves you. And I was like, he knows, you know. And then that really gave it away.
I love you. I usually give you 50p. Here's a stocks and shares portfolio.
And there was a woman who lived over the road who was trying to suck him off and get all his money.
Is it?
Because she knew. And then she started coming over for a cup of tea and we'd turn up and we'd be like, what are you doing here? She's like, oh, I'm not sucking him off or nothing. And that was a bit on the nose. So we were like,
We're sucking them off, actually, lads.
Hang on. You coming around to suck him off? No. I specifically said I'm not.
and yeah, in his will, he left, he had 8 kids. Actually, I think one of them was dead. 7 kids. So he gave them all like an equal split, but he said he also wanted me mum to be weighed in.
Battered.
It,
It's 20 quid going battered out of his mouth.
even though like it was me dad's dad, so she got a bit. But I remember like after they sort of sold the house and they divvied all the money up, they divvied it up in cash. And my dad gave me $5,000 to hold for the first time. He was like, yeah, that a lot of money, that old that. And on it, like to this day, I can tell you like what it felt like.
That's £1 million, isn't it?
What?
That's £1 million.
I felt like I had all of the money in the country in my hands.
Don't set fire
I
to
remember
it.
getting
Don't
money for
set fire to
Christmas.
it.
You get like, £5, £20 notes. I'd lay them on my bed.
Yeah.
That is £1 million. I
Oh,
could buy this house.
Christmas Day afternoon.
Yeah, you sit
when
there.
when you get all the cash out. Oh Lord, I got £115.
I remember my Auntie Sue once gave me a tenner. So I'd stayed in my nan's and my Auntie Sue had stayed as well. She didn't live there. And she was like, well, we're going to go to the shopping centre today. And we always went to the shopping centre. And I always got like bought sweets or like whatever. And we'd always go to the Morrison's Cafe and get like dinner. And she gave me a tenner. And she was like, yeah, this is for you. You can sort yourself out. You can get whatever you want today. And I went, do I have to pay for my own Morrison? She's like, no, I'll get you the medicine.
Kids do that, don't they? You give them money and then you go, oh, well, I'm not using it. You still buy me things. You're just giving me money as well. What are you doing?
Etty's tried to pay for stuff for us.
Oh, that's cute.
She's just a good kid. Jack's going to get to that age and be like, fuck you, dickheads. You can tell. But she's had a...
Have you let her?
She's got... Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
she's
'cause she
covered in
must
Nando's. What are you on about?
No, if she did. No, but like,
All right, you get the starters.
no, but if you're in a
your
shop,
birthday.
There's a dare to share deal.
no,
Sound.
but if in the shop and she goes, oh, Dad, I'll get that. She'll feel great and it's cool, innit? like a chocolate bar or something. I mean, not like a fucking
For
bar.
herself?
No, for you.
No.
Dad, I'll get both of them. Really? Yeah.
No. That's my job to pay for that stuff.
Obviously.
It's her birthday money or pocket money. We don't give her a set amount of pocket money every week.
Why
It's
don't
just-
you let her pay for stuff, but then give her more pocket money to make up for what she's paid?
Oh, yeah, it's job creation, isn't it? It's just helping the tax system.
She'll learn the value of the pound.
Yeah.
Right. You look, Etta, we're going to up your pocket money to 350 quid a week, but you also have to cover council tax and the family shop. So, all right. And also, I've got a bit of debt.
And it's your responsibility
I'm gonna
to
sign
pay.
that off to
If there's someone's come through, you
They're
don't
nearly 8. You need to learn about these things. Christ.
What I'm saying is, couldn't you, like, you know, when she's in Nando's, she's like, I'll get this. You go on, you get this. And she pays the 40 quid. And then when you get home that night, you go, do you know what? You've been such a good girl today. Here's 40 quid.
Yeah.
And in her head, she's like, oh my God, my dad's dead sound and I'm a fucking baller. Why do you not want her to feel like that?
Yeah, she'll feel great.
Oh, 100%. I tell you what, I'll just put the wages from the podcast in her account. Here's the money every month. Cover the mortgage. There's a lot of sweets in the kitchen, Etta. You're not spending the mortgage money, have you? She's definitely learned the value of a pound. Should we have a break?
Yeah, starving. Lids, do us a favour, yeah? You love us, don't you? You love this podcast. That's why you're listening to it. And especially if you're watching on YouTube, helps us immeasurably. If you go and leave a comment, like, subscribe, and turn the bell on, it sends us through the roof with the algorithm. It costs you absolutely nothing apart from half a second of your life and helps us no end. And you can follow us on socials, can't you, Dan?
Yeah, Have a Word Pod. I nearly said my handle then. Have a Word Pod. Just give us a follow and comment, and don't just like something. Retweet it, share it, put it on your stories.
Just be sound.
Yeah,
Costs
be a-
nothing to be nice.
Be a good egg.
Hello, everybody. It's part 3.
Fucking CBBS.
What's wrong with that?
Hello, everybody.
Just introducing the section.
Guess who's back? Alfie Brown!
I am back. That was was that muted in anticipation, or were you just muted because of the...
I just always start section 3 like I'm a psychopath for no reason.
Oh, great. I like
I was
it.
just waiting for someone else to say your name, and then it just became a weird pause.
Oh, okay. Weird pause.
But we're here now, eh?
Okay.
How are we?
I'm fine.
New Liverpool resident.
Yes, I'm a Liverpudlian, not a Scouser. There's a big difference.
What's the difference?
I don't know. You tell me. I was sort of hoping that you'd go, yeah, that's so right.
He is half right, don't he?
What?
He's a Liverpudlian now.
He's an up the Reds. Yeah. That's what I call us. Liverpool fans, we're up the Reds.
No, but not football. He's a Liverpudlian because he
But
lives here.
Liverpudlian is a denominator that no Scouser would ever use about themselves. You'd never self-describe as a Liverpudlian, would you? It's the least Scouse thing you could call yourself.
Just a couple of Liverpudlians going out for a drink. No.
Would you text me? Would we be walking the pub and you go, just a couple of scousers going out for a drink? That's
No.
what we are, just a couple of scousers off for a couple of drinks.
The thing is that's what I'd say about me. Me, I'm just a Scouser going down the green, man, for a pint of bevy.
Carl doesn't live anywhere near the Green Man. He'd have to walk away
Where's
from
that?
Brighton.
I'd have to get a bus. I live in Highton.
Yeah. That's where I've moved to as well.
Oh, yeah, but all new.
I know where we live, Carl. I know where the damp lives. That's my
Damp?
house, not yours.
You got damp?
In the basement.
Yes, yeah. Jesse watched Aquaman too many times in there, and
And squirted.
Squares over the ceiling.
that's what I was alluding to. But thank you very much for
Underlining it twice.
Yes,
Jason Momoa, isn't he? He's a good-looking guy.
he is good, and he's big,
Yeah.
and he looks like he doesn't look pint free either. There's a level of devil may care about him that suggests like he'd be good fun as well as being pristine.
Have you ever seen him clean shaven?
Exactly, and there's so he has flaws.
Yeah, like he's one of the ugliest men on the planet, isn't he? Like beneath the beard, but the beard really sort of helps him.
Yeah,
I think there are a
and
lot
the
of
other stuff as well.
There are a lot of beards
big
in the
cock.
room doing some pretty heavy lifting, I think.
Mine
Yeah.
definitely is, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Finn would be good looking with a beard?
I reckon he'd be better looking.
Everybody's better looking with a beard.
I helped you with him, by the way.
It's
He
fine.
threw you under many
Yeah, he
buses
did.
then.
No, I didn't. I'm not saying he's good looking now. I'm saying would he still be good looking with a beard?
Great save.
You've probably got a wonderful sort of thatch to your facial hair, don't you? Like a really rugged and a real rugged
You're imagining
density.
my hair on my face, aren't you? Like
No,
this hair on
I'm
my
actually racially profiling you.
All right. I think I've got more of the other side of the family.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The women. I'd be quicker with Carl.
Yeah, I can't. I'm sure I'll get there one day. One day I'll be a real boy.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you've got stubble. How often do you shave?
Once every 3 days.
How old are you now, Finn?
26.
Oh, wow. We really have come far, haven't we? Since the...
I think I was 22 when I first met you.
Yeah. That's barely pubic. Now you're in the real thrust of manhood.
getting
Would you like a beard?
Are you offering?
Finn versus beard.
No, would you like one? Would you grow one if you could?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
Not right now.
Will you do Movember?
What, while we're in India?
I think that might be disallowed over there. You know?
I think it's fine. I think
What?
there are...
Having a muzzy?
in India.
Disallowed.
Yeah.
No moustaches.
They've all got muzzy.
No, but I think if like it'll look like we're trying to blend in, won't it?
How strict do you think the Modi government is?
Will it not look a bit triad if we all start growing muzzies?
like
in
a
India?
triad.
You know what I mean?
No, we've got muzzies, Adam.
No, we haven't. I did have a couple of weeks ago, but I've shaved it out.
Give it a go in India.
Oh, but it's going to look shit.
It isn't. You look sexy.
And then all the pictures where we look back and we go, oh, wasn't that?
You're
kind
never
of
going to
fun.
look at the pictures.
like him in Amsterdam.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
Do it.
Oh, please, Finray.
No, I don't.
If people don't, if you
Do
get,
it.
if you get a grand,
Do it for charity.
yeah,
Come on.
it is Movember, isn't it? It's for
It is Movember.
Take a charity.
So is that one of the bits that will go? Because your face often
It will,
chooses
but
first
it's
which
like-
bit of your face
it's like
goes first.
quite light. It's not like a dark colour. It's like
No.
strawberry blonde.
Are you
Looks
judging
like
that based
Olaf
on your
Melberg.
hair?
Oh yeah, you look fit. He's good looking.
Olaf
yeah.
Melberg, yeah. Former Aston Villa centre back / right back.
Well, if I look
utility
like
man.
Olaf Melberg, then obviously I'm going to do it. I will do
You'll
it.
never know until you try.
Why don't I leave? I'll leave it for a week or so now, and you can see where it's at. And
Yeah,
then,
please do.
Calm down.
And then we'll assess
Two
the
shaves.
situation.
Whoa, calm down.
I don't know.
Do it for charity. £1,000.
I just don't think
Would you
it'd be
fuck with
weird.
your facial hair for a cause?
Depends on the cause.
Because it's a hell of a beard.
It depends on the cause. Give me a cause and I'll tell you if I'd shave my beard off for it.
Zoe's Place Baby Hospice.
New, already closing down.
The spotted dolphin.
Spotted dolphin? Is that a dessert?
What'd you do for the lovely?
I'd eat some spotted dolphin for charity. I'd love to try dolphin.
You do sort of vary your beard, don't you?
I do vary my beard. I hack it back. Basically, I'm about 2 stone away from getting rid of it. Or losing 2 stone away from getting rid of it. Or losing 1.5 stone, maybe.
But it's your identity. You're the man with the beard.
Yeah, I know, but I'd like to be a stand-up. So, so I'm trying to lose the beard, to try and galvanise a kind of new, fresh identity. And I think like I've cocooned myself in this roughage for too long, and I'd like to break free like a butterfly from my facial hair. And many more successful comedians have told me no successful comedians have beards. And I said, what about these? And then they went, yeah, but there's only a few.
Billy Connolly.
That's, yeah.
Rufus Hound.
That was
Great
quite
reach.
a...
That's a list that's never existed.
Billy Connolly, Rufus Hound, Tommy Tiernan,
Frankie Boyle.
Frankie Boyle, but he got
He came
successful.
through when he was kind of clean.
He got
shaven,
successful
yeah.
without the beard.
Ah.
Okay, it went like Queen's Pussy is Haunted era. Frankie Boyle is clean shaven. He makes that joke with a fresh face.
He does.
So what do you say? You need to lose 2 stone to shave the beard off?
Yeah, Yeah.
Right.
He's worried about looking like a big fat cunt under his beard. Like,
Oh, thank you.
Because I think there's a softness to this particular area that the beard does a lot of heavy lifting in papering over the cracks of. Do you know?
Oh, yeah.
Is Jesse on board with it?
Jesse doesn't get a say. No, Jesse is on board with it. Yeah, Jesse's happy as long as I'm happy. I think Jesse, if I'd lost a stone and a half, I'd be allowed to, do whatever the fuck I wanted. That's the important bit to her. But that's not in an aesthetic way. It's weird, isn't it? How when I was in my 20s, I went to the gym so I could be more sexually attractive to the opposite sex and make love to them and with everybody having a great time. But now I go to the gym so that I can live into my children's 40s. And that's different, isn't it? That's a different incentive.
Yeah.
what do you go to the gym for?
A similar reason. Because at Laura...
To live into my children's 40s.
I can't. I just love them so much.
Yeah.
You name all 4 of them.
Little Jeff.
Yeah.
It's always Jeff.
Little Jeff and Big Jeff. That's 2 of them.
Grobbler.
Sorry, Grobbler. Yeah.
Paul Ince.
Grobbler's good, actually, because you have remembered the name of one of my children.
I don't know the others.
Yeah.
Elijah.
Divok, Lalana.
Have you seen James Blunt's going to change his name?
Yeah.
And have you seen what the top comment is?
Divock Origi.
Divock Origi, yeah.
Yeah.
He said
So
if my
James
album
Blunt
gets
has
number
said because he's re-releasing his original album, Back to Bedlam.
For God's sake.
It's a brilliant album.
Sorry, was the
Oh, you
original
don't like-
album called Bedlam?
No.
No.
Oh, right, because that would make more sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not what he's doing.
Back to Bedlam.
Back to Bedlam.
Bedtime.
Back to
Back to
Bedlam.
bed.
Back to bed.
Shamima Begum.
Back to Begum.
Back to Shamima.
Back to Shamima.
Listen to
She's
that.
not back.
No, she's not back. That's the whole point.
You hate James Blunt, don't you?
One of my first ever stand-up routines when I was an 18-year-old boy trying to speak truth to power. I identified
Without a beard.
and without these 2 extra stone that I've accumulated in that time. I identified James Blunt as the power and spoke truth to him and had a rather ferocious bit of material picking holes in the song "You're Beautiful." And I don't hate him, but I do find his singing voice deeply unpleasant, and I do find the songs but they're kind of like, now it's fun that they're so shit. Like it's garbage, but it's like,
Well, he plays on it, doesn't he? He's like, he's all hate me and I'm shit.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
his joke, isn't it, online?
But I
Yeah.
think his singing voice is absolutely beautiful. I just remember it coming on in the car.
It's very thin, isn't it?
No, I don't like your impression of him, but I like his original
No,
voice.
but it's very similar. It's very similar. Does he have to have somebody hurting him every time he's singing? Oh, God, oh, Jesus, that's beautiful for me. You're beautiful, that's true.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, hey? If the listener remembers any skill set of mine, it will be my famous for his Jordan. Is that you can have a big voiceover introduction of me coming back on the pod? Remembered for such things as his signature theme tune for Shotty Horror and the Jordan Peterson impression.
Do you remember when we used to do that at the end of the episode to the camera? We'd make the guests sit there, just be like, you just shut up for a minute. And we'd be like, right, on this week's episode.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And we used to put it out as like a little Good Morning Britain teaser thing.
That didn't last.
No.
On this week's episode, Alfie talks about his jawline.
You always got pissed off because I
his
would
child
introduce
groveler.
the whole episode and then just turn to you and there'd be nods.
There was also
It worked,
a bit in the podcast that you used to do where you would play improv games.
Yeah, that was early on, wasn't it?
That was early on, yeah.
It would be
That was
like,
when you were a
here's an
different
accent,
kind of
here's a
podcast.
job.
Yeah.
You rolled really well with it. Ishan did really well with it. Then
Yeah.
it went in the wall a few times. We were like, this is painful.
Not everyone is into that.
Yeah.
Also, Adam made them way more sort of challenging than necessary. It would always be like a Venezuelan bus driver, and then I'd be like, yeah, who's just lost his kids in a house fire and has just found a lump. Go.
That feels sad driving the bus.
No me gusta. My glands are so lumpy. I cannot drive the bus.
always so much more difficult than it needs to be.
Bring it back. You said it was. That was good though. That was fun.
With a little box with all the words. Then we used to pick them out. No.
Okay.
Oh, Jeff.
I feel like I got away with that impression because I said "non me gusta," which is real.
Yeah. Because the rest of it was spot on as well.
Yes! Welcome to Venezuela!
You're beautiful. It's true.
One of my favourite
So you're in
things
a
when we
subway.
used to do that game, which is what I do all the time and what you just did, is you would go, he's a Venezuelan bus driver, and then without any fail, at some point in the impression, someone just says what they do. I drive the bus! Like, a Venezuelan bus driver.
I don't know if
Won't
you've
ever
ever
say that.
got a bus in Venezuela. They reaffirm what they are and where they are.
But if he just found a lump and it was hindering his ability or her or their ability to drive the bus, then they would go, oh shit. Like, you know.
Oh, he's found it mid-shift.
He's found it.
Oh, no!
No, he might be on his way to work.
He's still doing this.
He's getting the bus to the bus and he goes, I'm not going to be able to drive one of these with all these glands in my, swollen glands in my
And also, children
armpits.
died in a house fire. But
That was last week. It's Venezuela.
Yeah, but he was so
Shit's
lumpy, he'd
crazy.
forgotten about that.
right.
Do you reckon people do that? Get the bus to the bus?
Get the bus to the bus. Yeah, have you never seen it?
Is that where they
Where
stand
like a
next
bus,
to them? That's
the
what they're
bus
doing?
route changes over, so the drivers swap midway along route.
Yeah.
You getting this, listener?
Yeah.
And then the one will get out the cab and then
Drive
they'll-
off.
and then have a chat with the other one.
Do you remember that? You used to stop in Tubaruk and he'd drive off and you'd be sat on a bus with no driver.
Yeah. Just be
Madness.
sat there waiting for the next guy.
Yeah.
I always think, do you know when you're at like a service station, like on the motorway, and like you go to like the Burger King or whatever, and there's like some 16-year-old serving you who obviously can't drive yet. I always think about how they get to work and whether they've got to get like their dad, like, Dad, I need you to give me a lift to work. I'm working like 17 miles away on the M6 today. Can I have a lift to work? Like, how do they get there and back?
Through the little road behind the service station.
What?
Through the little access road.
What do you mean?
They don't have to go on.
Don't they?
They don't have to go on the motorway to get to work at the services.
If you work at Sandbach Services,
Yeah.
there's no access road.
Do you know that with a lot of authority? Or?
Yeah, Sandbach's my
push-
favourite one. It's got a Mackey's.
All right. There's usually a little entrance.
Oh, and does that road just go down to a big flat where they all live, does it?
No, that's where the campsite is. They all live in the campsite. That's a fact.
It's like working at an airport. Could you be asked?
I honestly don't think anyone ever looks less happy in their job than working either at an airport or a service station. The people
just-
who work in fast food places in those situations.
You got such a proximity to everybody's special time, and you almost feel a responsibility to be excited. Oh my God, we're going to Tenerife! I can't. And then you go, yeah, well, I'm not. I'm going to Hounslow, so I'm not excited.
And you're selling, like perfume at 4 a.m. in a duty free that's
Yeah.
just open and fully lit at all times of the day and night.
Yeah, the grudging resentment with which Adam, Jack, and I got delivered our pints at Heathrow.
oh, yeah. And it took a while as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a Wetherspoons where you didn't go up, you ordered on like the app from the table. And we ordered like, did we order 6 Bud Lights?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
We're like, well,
What
just get
time?
6.
What time of day?
4 p.m. The flight was at 4 p.m.
Oh, it's not too bad.
We're going to Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, but that's 8 a.m. Nashville time.
Yeah.
And that was the point. We started as we meant to go on.
Yeah.
So it was 8 a.m. Nashville time. So we started then. We also got like 98 chicken wings, and he threw them down as if to go like, there you go, pigs. Like,
It's just
and they were fucking disgusting as well. These sticky, gelatinous.
Oh.
Ugh, really grim.
It's just 6 pints and 72 chicken wings. And I was good enough to get these to you within an hour and a half. Enjoy the 4 minutes you've got until your flight boards, eh?
Do they have to go through security if they
Yeah.
if they they're like staff
Oh, yeah.
entrances,
Otherwise,
like-
that'd be a terrorist dream, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Get a job at the fucking St. John's Lennon Airport.
And then move up.
Loads of ambulances.
Get a job at the John Lennon Airport bar. Oh, I'm just a simple bartender, mate. I'm no terrorist. Don't
Who's he
scam me.
talking to?
And then bang.
Yeah, he doesn't have to explain it. He just explains it to random people.
I tell you what,
Simple barman.
I tell you what I've learned on my travels around the globe in recent years, right? Is that some securities are a lot more secure Do you know what I mean? Some airports take it seriously and others
JFK.
don't. And I do think if like any terrorist organisation wanted to, have another go, there is certain places that they could start at, and I think they'd get the job done.
The Isle of Man.
Crete Airport. It's basically
Heraklion.
a tube station.
Dublin, where you go through. The woman said to me, I went, do I need to take my laptop out? And she went, no, I'm sure you're fine. No, that sounds like you've guessed. Could
No,
you
it
check?
sounds like a lot of faff.
Could you just be sure about this, please?
Yeah, that makes me want to be a terrorist because I'm like, you should be catching me. I might not be fine.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to be a terrorist, but I want to like get something on that could be like a Lucasade or something. Just be like, hey,
Steal it.
I got this all the way onto the plane. Now this could be nitrous oxide, couldn't it? So everyone fired.
Nitrous oxide.
I remember
Don't
going
say
through
that on the plane, though. Just to let everyone know, I'm not keeping anyone hostage, but this Lucas 8 could be a bomb. I'm going to sit down now, enjoy the flight. But things have to be thought about going forward. What do you mean I've got to come with you? Amazing. I've proved the point here today. Have a lovely holiday.
No, but you never think about that, like wanting to sort of be part of like,
A sting, yeah.
yeah.
Be like a secret chopper. You're a secret terrorist.
Manchester Airport, don't start there if you want to be. They're taking it very seriously.
JFK's insane. Heathrow is insane.
Where were we going earlier this year when we paid, because we were running late? I paid for fast track, for the security. It's like a £5 each. I was like, that will be worth it. And we got through the fast track like queue.
Oh.
And our queue was bigger than the other ones. Like, no, we got to the front and he goes, oh, queue there. And I went, but that's bigger than them.
It was
and
Amsterdam.
And he goes, yeah, so what? And I was like, well, we're in fast track. And he goes, oh, that's just to get you here. It's not actually through security.
Yeah.
And sometimes the queue for fast track is just bigger. And I was like, well, you can't be charging me a £5 to be in a bigger queue. I'll just go back and go in that one.
Yeah. There's some jobs worth in airports, isn't there?
Manchester Fast Track's good. It's like a different...
No, this was in Manchester.
It's on the way to Amsterdam.
It was on the way to...
You were behind us. You got moved into the fast queue. Me and him were just shoved in the long queue.
What?
Yeah, you walked past and smiled.
Love it.
There you go. Somebody's got a bit of cachet, bit of swag to them. What I hate is when you're going through and they're like, if you want to get through quickly, then please can you remove everything from your bags? Otherwise you'll be held up in the airport. Could you not speak to me like that? You do realise you work in the fucking service industry, don't you?
Yeah.
Stop being a dick to me.
Yeah.
When it's your... we're all trying to be
but then
nice.
the person in front of you is like, what? And has to just unload everything in real time with the tray out already.
I would
It's so painful.
support the implementation of a kneecapping policy for anyone who doesn't put their tray back in the
When they
thing.
collected the things and just walked.
Oh, I'm so passive aggressive. Like if people walk away, I will literally make as much noise as possible as I'm putting theirs.
I've
with-
actually, in recent years, dropped the passive and have become aggressive straightforwardly in that. I'll put it away then. Like, it's so entitled and shit.
I think instead of having fast track at airport security, they should have 3 different like lanes, and it should be I've never flown before security. Right? There's I have flown before, but not for a while, and I've sort of forgotten about the laptop thing. That's Q2, and the other one is I fly quite regularly. And if you're in I fly quite regularly, and you are, if you don't do everything in like one motion, belt off, ass off, laptop out,
That's
into the
nice.
tray, and then like moonwalk through the thing. If you can't do that all in one go, you get shot the second you walk through
Yeah,
security.
you took the risk.
Yeah. I think that's. I mean, up until a point, that's a pretty good idea. I think shooting, like, take or leave it. I'm not sure. But
Taking your family through there would be...
Oh, prison.
Prison, 2 years. It'll stop it though.
Before or after your oldie?
Before you don't get to go on your oldie.
I think also when you're driving, if you see somebody, if it's your turn to give way, or like you're trying to come out of a side road onto a main road, you have to give way to any car you think is cheaper than yours. And that would mean
that's-
everything flowed so much
Yeah.
more nicely.
And that's
Can't have
often
that,
the
'cause my
opposite.
car's quite nice now, and I just think everyone should have to watch a video of me driving once a year and drive exactly like I do,
It
and
would be
everyone will get everywhere quicker.
Aggressive.
Let one person out. Let one person through. The next, like it should be a zip. 1-1. It shouldn't be like, oh, I let 5 through.
Oh my God. Yesterday, I let one person out just after Chayu's on Park Road. I just let one person out, and a second one like tried to come with him. And honestly, I risked my no claims bonus and got right up, and I went, what are you fucking doing? And he goes, taxi driver, prick.
I'll crash into your car. If I've not said you can go and you try and go, we're having a crash.
We're having a...
Like that bit in Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
No, this isn't a film.
Yeah, it's happening.
We are playing chicken.
Taxi drivers think they rule the bloody road, mate.
Yeah.
It's not the most apposite reference I've ever made on the podcast, to be fair. Oh, well.
Taxi drivers and Audi drivers, pricks. Sorry, Audi drivers.
I've got a BMW now.
Let's be
So
honest,
I'm
BMW
pinnacle of
are
prick.
uber cunts, and it isn't even close.
It's definitely
Who's
Audi.
the Uber prick? I mean,
BMW.
right.
BMW are the top of the tree for cunt. Sorry, Finn.
And Alfie.
And Alfie, sorry.
Yeah.
Have you got BMW? Yeah.
It isn't even close.
You've been in it.
You just give off Skoda energy. You know what I mean?
So the worst thing you've ever
That
said.
is really bad.
It's so nice for
It's
it
really
to not
bad.
be at me for a change.
Audi squad, that's why, baby.
Oh no, you give off two-seater convertible energy.
Yeah, dude.
You give off a Volkswagen Tiguan energy.
I don't mind the Tiguan, you know.
No, I don't mind it. It's a good rule.
That's worse than what I said to you.
I am not taking that as a.
No.
The
It's
new
It's a
one?
good family car, yeah. I've been looking at them.
You give off a wholesome energy. I know we're doing this as banter, but it's a really reliable car.
What car have you got? What's the BMW?
It's a BMW 3 Series from 1861.
Oh, nice. 2 miles to the gallon.
It cost me £1,800 from a man, not from a car dealership, but a courtyard somewhere near. Oh fuck! Where the fuck was I? Bermondsey. Anyway, it was like off road in this courtyard where it looked. I thought, oh well, maybe. I texted Jesse to say, listen, I'm in this car. This is the reg. If I'm murdered, then here's all the information.
It's always good, isn't it?
But I thought just on the off chance that I'm murdered. But you very rarely do things on the off chance that you're murdered, which suggested that I was in quite a large state of fear. So I got into this, and he's wearing like the new brand of car dealer. So it's not wide boy anymore. It's not, oh yeah, how's it going? You fucking want stuff? You want a car? Lovely stuff. It's Middle Eastern man in Gucci tracksuit with a sling bag.
How does he sound?
Sorry?
How does he sound?
He sounds different.
Thanks, Finn. Thanks for that.
You can tell us how he sounded?
I wasn't there. I don't know.
No, but you know what
give
they
him
all
some
sound
sort of
like.
approximation of the Middle East accents.
Huh?
Huh?
What? No, I can't do it.
No?
Middle Eastern, though.
I'm not Middle Eastern.
You have
dad
Middle
is.
Eastern heritage, don't you?
It's not Middle Eastern, is it?
Turkey.
No.
Yeah.
It's European if Farage is to be believed.
Yeah, no,
And we all believe Farage.
We'll do your dad's accent then.
Mate, do you want to call mate?
Thank you. That's Was it him?
He loves Gucci.
Well, who doesn't? Smoking Marlboro Reds, and like I went for a test drive in the car, and I went, oh, the indicator doesn't work. And he went, oh, I'll fix that. And he tried to fix the indicator. And then he spends about 5 minutes. I'm at the front of the car just looking around this little courtyard, muddy courtyard of cars from years ago. And then he turns the corner with his hands pouring with blood and says, I fixed it.
Did a sacrifice.
And I went, okay, well. And I just kind of couldn't. I think I bought the car out of
buy it then.
awkwardness, yeah. Because I couldn't say, you're all right, actually. I know you've lost a
bled
pinky.
for this sale.
Did he fix it?
Temporarily, yeah. And then the car started rattling around. The car, when I drove it to Somerset, and then from Somerset to Falmouth. Thank you very much to my Falmouth audience for coming out. And I had to change the water because there was no. Anyway, buy a newer car than that.
Yeah.
I would.
This is the new family car.
It's not a family car. It's the family. It's the car to take me around the country on tour.
Yeah, it's a comics car.
And then I'm gonna send it to. After the tour, I'm gonna nail it to a frisbee and fling it over a rainbow, and then
Blood splattering on.
Yeah. I'm gonna get done for that guy's murder. And then buy a Volkswagen Tiguan.
Okay.
Or indeed a Skoda Kodiaq. Or indeed a Land Rover 7-seat bastard. Or a Mercedes GLB.
They went up.
Options?
Options.
How are the family feeling about moving to Liverpool?
I think that everybody's really excited. It's going to be such a shift in energy from 6 people in a flat that shouldn't really have 3 people living in it.
You're in a 1-bedroom flat at the minute with all the kids?
No, I don't think so for legal reasons. But, but I think if you didn't work for the government, then I would confirm that was the case. But given if we have anybody listening, then there are a lot of us in a small flat, and I will say that much. But I actually sleep in the living room, so it's technically a 2-bedroom. Anyway, the new bed is a nice 7-bed in Huyton, and we're very excited to be moving there. Do you have, yeah, it's really great. Everybody's very excited about it. It's just a case of the anxiety of moving to a new city is trying to find schools,
Yes.
and making sure that they won't be like sad in their school. But I've had a
Totally,
few
and-
lids message me and go, "All right, Ish, I work for some school down the road. Do you want to come and send your kids here?"
Don't trust that guy. He's going to try and sell you the BMW.
No, he sold me a BMW 3 Series. So yeah, I'm
Because
just.
pretty much as long as I've known you, you've wanted or seen like a future where you live in Liverpool. And Jessie's took some sort of convincing over the years, and you've just gradually brought it in on many couples retreats until she fell in love with it.
Also, 1-bed to 7-bed will help that, won't it? You know, a little bit.
It will help. It's going to be fantastic. I just need to make sure that all the walls are dry, and that we
Paint over the arsenic.
and we paint over the
Are you
arsenic.
keeping that kitchen? The fun kitchen?
The fun kitchen.
Yeah.
With the what do you call that bit that sits
Oh my
on the other
God.
side of that hob?
I've just remembered that I've been in your house.
Yeah.
We were bladdered though. We were drinking
So
champagne.
drunk.
With
Just
a bottle of
just
champagne.
for everyone, you've not moved in yet, have you?
We've got the house. We're doing it up and finding the kids' schools. And over the course of the next year, we will find the appropriate schools, and then find do the house up rather, and make sure that it's all nice. And I mean, it was in very good condition when we left it. It's just some aesthetic that wasn't to our taste.
But the master bedroom has an ensuite kitchen
The master bedroom does have an ensuite
yes.
kitchen.
with the hood thing.
I believe there was an old timer living there, and that was so that they could have their own self-contained sort of flat annex type situation. There isn't the correct plumbing for a toilet in there, because for a toilet to be a thing, you need either a macerator, which is a fun word to hear in a Scouse accent, or a shit stack, which is another fun thing to hear in a Scouse accent. So it really has been a festival for the senses, this move.
I'd rather have an ensuite kitchen than an ensuite bathroom.
Because in the middle of the night, you're more likely to make a sandwich than need a shite.
It happens 5 times out of 7 days, I'd say, yeah. I'm waking
Sorry. I apologise. What? You wake up in the middle of the night hungry?
up every single night.
What?
I don't go and eat every single night, but I'll wake up hungry always, yeah.
What are you having for
How are
tea?
you not like a fucking fat twat?
I don't know.
An ex of mine went on this
What
very
reminded you of it?
strenuous. Well, I mean, like, just have a listen and make your own mind up how neat a segue you deem this to be. Let's see how. Imagine if this was. I had at the board. I had an ex once who on an unrelated matter. Imagine if I was that rude on your podcast. Shut up.
Someone else being recently.
So she would sleepwalk, and she would go down to her kitchen, and she couldn't work out why she wasn't losing any weight until she realised that all the cereal boxes were empty. And she was going down and like mainlining boxes of cereal in the middle of the night. It's a real thing.
Try. Would she sleep putting milk in them as
Sleep
well?
milk. Yeah.
If there's food in the bedroom, I'll wake up, Nita.
My cousin Katie, the one who's
There's a
got
kitchen in the bedroom.
Exactly.
You're going to do yourself a lasagna.
from scratch as well, like laying in the pan.
Folding flour into egg yolk.
Don't wake him. Don't wake him. Not until it's in the oven.
Never wake a sleepwater when the oven's still preheating.
Sleepwater.
My cousin Katie, the one who's got snakes and lizards and dogs and that.
Pardon me?
I've got a cousin.
I'd like to be filled in.
She's got two snakes,
Yeah.
Wonderful
a
woman.
bearded dragon, a lizard, maybe a tarantula, but I might be making that up. And she's definitely got a dog and a bat. She lives in Verzachley. That's all true.
Okay.
She
runs the Verzachley Zoo. You'll know.
Does she keep the snakes in? Because you have those. You know, when you were a kid and you were at school, you'd keep your like file and your stuff in like a little tray in the corner of the room. That's where you also keep your snakes, if you've got snakes, isn't it? Is that where she keeps her snakes, or does she have a tank?
So last time I went to hers, and you're about to know why it was the last time I went to hers.
Because she had loads of snakes.
Yeah. But she said, you having a cup of tea? And I was like, I'd love a cup of tea. She handed me the cup of tea. And I was like, so where's all the animals? And she was like, well, here's the bearded dragon. She gave me that and put it like on me knee and was like, he's all right, isn't he? And I was like, where are the snakes? She went, well, one of them, Robert, is upstairs in its tank. But the other one, Simba, has got out and I don't know where he is. And I nailed the cup of tea and left, and I've never been back.
Dan's favourite snake's called Robert as well.
Uncle or Mugabe.
Not the same.
When you first were looking to come up, I know you had a little bit of hesitation about the kids moving up here with their beautiful accents and coming to Liverpool. Are you over that now? Are you not conscious of it anymore? Are you?
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, like the amount of schools that I've been to, it's a whole mix and match of loads of different people. Yeah. It's a cultural takeover from the south, and we're going to eradicate the Scouse identity. And it's going to be like a culture war up here, whereby you seek to preserve. Like the Scouse dialect is going to become like the Welsh language, and you're all going to talk it, but everybody's going to go, oh, it's just an affectation. Nobody really cares.
Northern schools are different though. Northern schools are much more Scouse than.
Well, Northern Liverpool's much more Scouse,
That's
isn't
not
it?
what I'm saying. Northern Liverpool schools are much more Scouse than Southern Liverpool schools.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Bootle's not being gentrified. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Not yet. It might do eventually. There's a nice restaurant, apparently.
Speaking of food,
Apparently.
It's on the roof of a block of flats.
Oh, can you give us a live smooth, please?
Smooth.
That's mad, isn't it?
There's a hotel. No,
no,
there's a
wait.
block of flats
You nearly got it in.
in
Sorry,
Bootle, and there's a restaurant on top of it. Google that for us, Finn. Genuinely.
And it's like Belter.
Apparently, it's like the best restaurant in the Northwest.
what? I've googled Bootle restaurant. What was the other
I'm not having
details?
that.
Roof
We're
of
going to
flat.
build a fucking
Roof.
Sky restaurant.
14 bar and grill.
There you go.
What's
Has
the
it got what?
what's
It
the Google
exists?
review say?
It's got 4 on TripAdvisor.
Oh, nice. Best restaurant in the world.
That's good in Bootle, that. A 4-star TripAdvisor restaurant in Bootle.
Not bad.
Got skyline views. You can see all the Birkenhead from up there.
On their website it says, who needs the Bahamas? Just look at the sunset at Bootle.
Hashtag not an ad, by the way.
Adam's opened the restaurant in Bootle, I think.
But that strikes me that they've got quite a good sense of humour. You know?
Yeah.
That's them trying to be funny.
yeah.
That's not them
You
being
hope.
silly. What kind of cuisine is this restaurant, please?
It's whatever they get from Asda downstairs.
Do they sell stuff Dan likes?
Let's have a
Staff
look.
down like
Staff Dan likes.
I think it's like steak and stuff. The
Steak
menu's
and
not
stuff.
loaded. It's a grill. It's a grill, so I imagine
Fish.
grilled stuff.
grilled stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very common at grill.
You had some
Go there.
grilled salmon last week, didn't you?
Finn, do you want to do Dan versus
Yeah,
food by
yeah,
any
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
chance?
yeah.
Oh, it's interesting you mentioned food.
You've been trying to get out of this all day.
Are you doing a Dan versus food right now in front of me?
Well, I
Yeah.
don't think we should. You're one of our closest friends, brilliant comedian. We haven't had you on for ages, and now we're going to watch me gip with a fucking pickle.
That doesn't mean shove it up his ass, by the way.
Do you have any weird food things?
I have a couple of foods that I don't like, but I would still eat them if that was what it took to be polite. But no, there's nothing that I wouldn't eat.
What are they? What gets
I just
you?
don't like sun-dried tomatoes.
Okay.
So here we go, Dan. It's pickle week.
First appearance on the podcast for Julia.
I'd
Give
like
her a wave, Julia.
Hi, Julia.
That was the worst moment of her day.
I'd also like to voice my opposition to
This is awful.
pickles in a pouch. Who are they for?
We are pickles in a pouch.
Finn, could you very quickly just run and get us like a plate?
Yeah.
Because this has got liquid in and it's gonna.
Oh, we wanted them to suffer.
Oh, and you've got some onions, some pickled onions.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they?
Yeah, and you've got
You
some
like a
pickled
pickled
beetroot.
onion?
Oh,
Beetroot.
carefully, love.
Jesus.
And we've got some pickled onion monster.
Oh, pickled beetroot. Oh, you're gonna love that one.
Dan, can you take me through a day in the life of Mr. Nightingale from a culinary perspective?
Bowl of cornflakes in the morning.
Yeah, anything to flavour that? Do you go for sugar or the Gordon Brown salt?
What did you just say to me?
Gordon Brown used to have salt on his porridge when he was a boy.
Oh, right. If you put salt
on the
your
weekends as a
cornflakes,
treat. Yeah.
Have too much salt on your porridge, you'll go blind. That's what I heard as a kid.
Right.
You do the intro while I plate it up.
Dan versus food. Fight.
Intro, Dan.
This is Dan versus food. I'm a 43-year-old with food phobias. And I don't like a lot of this shite.
What do you mean, a lot of this shite? It's pickled onion monster munch to start.
That's beetroot. You ever had a scouse with beetroot on top?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, this morning I had a scouse with beetroot. Beetroot.
Beetroot.
Yeah.
Not just any beetroot, pickled beetroot. Now, this is the best.
Oh, no, it looks like
that
Shrek's
looks lovely,
cock.
Dan.
Make like your mother and have a bit of Shrek's cock. Come on.
Oh, okay, what should we go for
for the
first?
I think you should
Alfie, you're the guest.
start with the monster munch, Dan, trust me.
What do you think I should
Have you
start
not
with?
had pickled onion monster munch before?
I've never eaten a Monster Munch in my life.
Have you not?
This is...
Try that because I think then we'll have got something from the day. You'll like it and it'll be
Yeah.
nice.
What's wrong with you?
Do it De Niro again.
It's got
It's a monster munch.
It's so good.
It's a bit busy, innit? It's not the worst thing I've ever had.
No, it isn't. You know, because you had a 1,000-year-old egg.
Oh, I love those.
Well, that'll be the last Monster Munch I ever have.
Okay.
No, the beef ones are well nice.
Oh,
Flaming
I would
hot,
do
you
the beetroot
wouldn't
last,
mind.
personally.
Oh, he's going for the
Is
beef.
it pickled beetroot?
Yeah.
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 Lovely taste on this.
All
All
in
in.
your gob, lad.
Don't nibble it, it'll be worse.
Oh, that was gross.
Nice.
It's not as good as the Monster Munch.
So you miss Monster Munch now, don't you?
Pickled onion, please, sir.
Waff like that with a bit of Monster Munch. You fuck off my food. Oh, you can have that. Oh, look at you.
Look at him being an adult.
And what's your thoughts, Alfie?
Fine, it doesn't really taste of anything.
Oh, yeah, same. I think the
But
same.
I don't think anything tastes of anything after this rather kind of quite powerful sneak cherry limeade that I'm experiencing. This is taking the edge off rather nicely.
Use code
Sneak.
WORD10. We don't have any discounts for
You
pickled
want to watch
beetroot.
beetroot down.
Dan's about to have his first ever pickled onion. My mum used to make pickled onions every Christmas
Oh, that's lovely. Merry
and
Christmas.
give them out to the local street neighbours.
Street neighbours.
Street neighbours.
Street neighbours.
I've come round with me pickled onion. Merry Christmas out of street neighbours.
As opposed to the woodland
Where are you
neighbours.
from?
I'm
Bitch, you're not having my onion. You're from a different cul-de-sac.
All in and bite.
Oh, what is
Oh,
that?
that noise
Nibbling.
is horrible.
Well done.
Nice. Do
Oh, my God.
you like pickled onions?
I mean, that's not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. On to Shrek's cock.
That was when you went all in the face. That was like when they give kids lemons.
Shrek just came. Oh, what do I do with this?
Just bite it like
Fully.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just bite a bit off like you would like a Twix.
Oh, it's like someone at McDonald's is just taking the piss with, like, that's the...
Do you want me to take the other hand like we're in Lady and the Tramp?
Gotta get a nice big bite so you won't get the flavour.
Yeah, don't nibble it.
Maybe dip it in the juice.
I've
as well.
already licked it. I've got loads of flavour.
Oh, this doesn't feel okay.
Talk us through what you're thinking, Dan.
There's no total sugars. Oh, but 370 milligrams of sodium. Oh, goodbye.
You did better than I thought there.
Well done, Dan.
Well done.
Right.
You know
rate
the
it.
best bit about Dan versus food is I'm adding to my diet, aren't I? Like, this is stuff that I'll take with me
the
for
juice
life.
in that can, in that tin, or jar, people have that as a chaser from some drink.
Whiskey.
Oh,
Yeah, pickleback.
Pickleback, yeah.
Pickleback. You have a
People are
shot of
fucking
tequila or
knobheads.
whiskey.
Would you try pickleback, then?
Yeah?
Go on then.
No.
You're gonna
It's
give us some ratings.
rating time.
Monster Munch.
Can I just remind myself of the ratings? It's not actually what I like food-wise.
How bad you thought it was going to be.
There's two ratings, isn't there?
It's the Dan versus food rating.
Yeah.
Monster Munch, 7.
Solid.
Okay.
Beetroot,
Can I ask you a question?
what?
Have you genuinely never had a Monster Munch before?
No.
I had one last night.
All right. I'll call in.
After you woke up, 3 a.m.
Beetroot,
Yeah, I did.
I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I'm giving it a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, that's fair. Beetroot's disgusting. I ate it.
Pickled onion, I thought that was going to be horrific. I'm giving that a Dan versus food 8 out of 10.
Wow. I think that's a new high score.
That's inedible. Because at most you should have half a slice of that on a burger, maybe.
Shrek's been with Fiona on the blob
so
now.
what is the kind of situation with people buying pickles in pouches?
It's all big pickle.
Is
What
is
they do,
it?
they wrap it in like sugary stuff, and it's meant to be like the sugar with it's meant to taste amazing.
So what? Am I just meant to get that from the place down the road and go?
then
Oh,
wrap
I'm
it.
hungry for a snack.
Oh, you haven't
Yeah.
had a garage pickle yet?
It's a calorie-free day snack.
It's not sodium free. I'll let you know that.
No, it
It's
doesn't
about
feel like it
76% of your daily intake.
Right.
Well done, Dan.
Well done.
Well done, Dan. That was really impressive.
Thank you.
I actually really liked. I've watched the Have a Word food. We all go to the kitchen and a big fucking pussies about everything special, and it's that was one of my favourites. So it's nice to see that in kind of live.
Yeah, very frustratingly, it's one of the most popular features we do, and I'm so glad it's been brought back. So that was...
Particularly good.
Can I cook for you one day as part of Dan versus food? Can I make you salmon en croûte with steamed vegetables and a Parma ham and goat's cheese roulade?
No. Now then, ladies and gents, time to talk about my absolute favourite sponsor. It's NordVPN.
Favourite sponsor?
Love
Well,
'em.
that's good, that. Because
Love 'em.
when they first came on board, you were like, I don't even know what a VPN is. And now they're your favourite sponsor.
I thought they were brand new. Sorry. What's a VPN?
What's a VPN?
Yeah.
It's a way to up your internet security and also to change the location that your laptop or computer thinks it's in.
Oh, so you could watch Netflix in Botswana.
Yeah, but you could watch it in the UK and just have your laptop think it's in Botswana.
Oh, you don't have
so
to
you
go
get
to
the
Botswana.
Netflix.
Ah, yeah, that's
It's
the
like
mistake.
a digital travel thing.
I've
you know
been
what I
wasting
mean?
money on flights to Botswana.
And we've got an offer for our listeners. If you go to nordvpn.com/haveaword, you get an extra 4 months when you sign up for the 2-year plan and 20 gigabytes of eSIM data. So you can go, if you go on holiday, you know, like so often you can get like charged for using your phone abroad. Like
in Botswana.
if you go physically to Botswana,
Yeah.
then they'll give you 20 gigabytes to use while you're on your holidays.
Amazing. You need VPNs in your life.
Better security, and there's loads of films on all the different streaming platforms that are limited to certain countries. Find out what country that they're showing your film in and just sign up and then be like, oh, I'll use my NordVPN. And here we are. We're in Mozambique.
NordVPN.com/haveaword.
Go and watch Madagascar in Madagascar, but from the comfort of your nan's living room.
Oh my God, yes.
Worst episode we ever done. Anyway, great to have you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not this.
No. This has been really good.
This has been good so far.
So
Don't
far,
count your
so
chickens.
good.
And we invited you.
You are.
Yeah, you did.
We did invite you. We asked you. In fact, I've been asking you for a while to come back on.
You've
and
been asking me for a very long time to come back on, but I've been in hiding,
You have been in hiding.
hanging out with Saddam underground. That's why my beard's so long. I'm trying to dug up after all this time.
You're on tour.
I am on tour.
AlfieBrownComedian.com.
AlfieBrownComedian.com. And yeah, I'm on tour at the moment doing my show.
Liverpool date is Saturday the 19th of October at Hot Water, but you are going all over the UK, of course.
Yes, I mean, I'm in Leeds tonight. Not that there's any use to the listener because they will be acknowledging that as the past. Lincoln, maybe if you're a patron from Lincoln, you could come and see me on Sunday.
There we go.
But yeah, I'm going everywhere, and it's great. I've got my BMW 3 Series with blood in the bonnet, and going all over the shop. It's great.
Fixed it. There's a reason you haven't been on for the last 18 months.
Yeah.
There's a Twitter controversy and a subsequent loss of work and tour dates and stuff. And it is just worth saying, because we've had a lot of messages over the past year saying, why hasn't he been back on? Like, when everything first sort of happened, I got a lot of messages being like, why aren't you supporting Alfie? And I was like, I am, actually. We're actually really close friends, and I'm doing everything that that Alfie has asked me to do.
Yes.
And it's just worth saying that the reason we're not just going to go into detail and talk about that on the show is that it is a large part of the show you're touring, and that is the best vehicle in which you can express what happened and why.
Yeah, it was quite a conscious thing that I didn't want to tell the story on any podcast, and there was no way for me to go on a podcast without mentioning it, because not mentioning it would have been sort of obfuscation. So I've decided to tell the story, I suppose, of what happened in the medium in which I feel most comfortable communicating, dancing. No, stand-up. It's stand-up comedy. And
Just to reaffirm.
it's stand-up comedy. So yeah, I tell the story in as fair and as unself-pitying a way as I could, and I'm genuinely very happy with it, and all the audiences so far have been great, and I'm very excited about writing a show that is a bit more upbeat next. But for now, this is a very cathartic, and people really seem to respond to it, and it's juicy. So yeah,
It's
come.
a fucking brilliant show. I've seen it at various stages of its development, and I've seen it very recently when I opened for you in Chester and watched you get a full standing ovation at the end of the show. And if you are going to go and watch any stand-up show in the next few months while Alfie is still touring, make sure it's that one, because you'll absolutely love it.
Thanks, mate. Do you know what they call cancellation in China?
What?
The translation is human flesh search. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I just learned that earlier.
Terrifying as well. You know about Alfie? He's been human flesh searched. What are we doing, Dan?
Shall we do some Room 102? Ooh,
Yes.
Everyone loves it.
Yeah, except for one guy.
All right.
can't wait for this
does
to
one guy
finish.
hate it?
I can't wait for this to finish.
I'll
Fuck you.
delete it all. Could you, Alfie, because you did such a wonderful job on Adam's health update, and also...
Are they still in circulation, these things?
You can cook.
So they survived the
cook.
cancellation, did they? Get them re-recorded by somebody else.
Nearly went for a name.
Nearly.
No,
stuff.
they've not survived.
Oh, we stopped playing golf and cooking, that's why.
Yeah, they got bumped
I haven't
out.
stopped doing either of those things.
Oh, yeah, because
You stopped talking about it then.
those fascinations of... Well, no, cooking you still do, but you're not talking about cooking as much because it's not as new to you.
Hang on, I just want to clear up. Did we just sort of stop using them? We didn't go, oh, God, it's been cancelled. Get them off the soundboard.
I didn't fear that was the case for even a moment. Knowing
got it smooth.
you and this podcast, I did not fear that for a second.
Smooth has still been rolling, but I'd love a bassy, sexual Alfie Brown Room 102 from you.
Just Room 102.
Just say, oh, it's Room 102.
Hey, Alfie, can you hear me? It's Clem Fandango.
Ooh, it's room 102.
I mean,
He'll be on the
So
soundboard by next
one
week.
take, mate.
So sexy.
JME. Yeah. Well, if you want me to do any advert reads for you,
Oh, really?
yeah, I'd love to do
Okay,
that.
we'll get you on the better help read.
help.
Can't
Better
got to
help.
say it right.
No.
I need a butter help. We've got a new sponsor called Butter Help.
Have you?
Yeah, it's if you can't spread butter.
Yes, that's
Or-
nice.
I need
Say
that,
it.
by the way.
Yeah?
Butter's the hardest thing in the world to spread.
Yeah.
Just keep it in a butter dish. Stop leaving it in the fridge.
No, don't put your butter in the fridge. Just put layer pack in the fridge.
I do put layer pack in the fridge because layer pack doesn't go solid enough. If you leave it near the front of the, don't put it at the back. You have it near the front of the fridge. It's still cold.
But of
it's
course, its
spreadable.
name is
No, no.
Lurpak
Spreadable.
Spreadable.
But you have to do this with it first. You have to like wake it up, don't you?
No, I have
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
that with
yeah,
butter,
yeah.
but I've started leaving butter just out on the side. It still stays there, Dad.
Well, for $12.95 a month, when you sign up to Butter Help, you can learn all of this with a lovely magazine and some buttery snacks.
My favourite one is when you listen to like a podcast on The Athletic and like it's some serious 50-year-old bloke who doesn't have too much of a sense of humour and he's got to do an ad read for Manscaped and go, so if you need the crop reviving ball deodorant, then she's like, it's like the lawnmower 3.0 is the best for your balls. Oh my God.
To be fair to him, everything he's saying there is true.
The 5 is better though. The new one that's out.
Oh, I've not been. I'm so
skipped the whole
behind the
generation.
fucking Manscaped. I want one of those things because I want one for my, not just my cock, but also my balls.
Yeah, well, we've got one behind the counter. You can have it.
We do
Can
beard.
I have it?
We do beard ones as well.
Do you beard ones?
No, I've had one for ages.
The beard hedger.
The beard hedger.
Yeah,
Well, I
they
could
do
use
two
one of those
separate
for when I've
razors.
lost.
They do one for your face and one for your cock, like.
Is it a different thing? Different bit of equipment?
Yeah.
And do a neck one as well. The neck one, by the way. I know I say this all the time.
So you need
Fucking
3.
boss.
One for your face, neck,
got- and your nose.
Four.
And
There's
your
a
nose.
nose one.
Yeah, I
A
definitely
weed
need
whacker.
that. I definitely need that.
You know, I listen to Heed the Call. They get the same reads for Manscaped that we do. And it's so funny listening to other podcasters go, well, we've got to do this properly. And then you compare it to us going, no one wants fucking pubes. Just fucking shave them. You'll get noshed off loads. It's fucking brilliant.
Can you can cut this out if we need to. Steve, have we still got Foom as an advertiser? No. So on this week's episode of Foom, you know Foom.
What is food?
Fume.
Foom.
Fume.
It's a fidgety. It's not a vape.
It's a vape replacement.
You
which is
can't. You can't
insane.
say vape. You can't say smoking. You can't say vape. Why would you?
So on this week's episode,
Right. So it is.
It's a fucking
Is it
empty
like one
biro.
of these bits of equipment?
no, it's
No.
it's
It's a
wooden and it's well
replacement for
weighted
that.
and it feels
that-
lovely in your
If
hand.
that was made by an Amish person, then yes. It's just a bit of wood with
you're not allowed to
some
do that.
scent in it.
Okay.
You should. I don't know whether you used to listen to it ever, but this week's episode of Bill Bear's Monday Morning Podcast, they put a clip of it out, and I thought it was great. So I went and listened to this week's episode, and it's his first ad read for them. And watching Bill Bear do a Bill Bear ad read for that product, it's so funny.
Does he rip it?
It's everything we like instinctively did when we first got the read before they were a bit more strict on what they wanted from the advert.
I love it. I mean,
Do you get these people listening to these reads and going, "Hi guys, could you pretend to like the product at all?"
No, we never get that. We get
Because we only back products we believe in.
Yeah, no, me too. Actually,
including Foom. But we get the. Could you do that again? And maybe not mention bumholes as much.
yeah, as much. Yeah.
Yeah. If you like pussy, if you like bumholes, shave everything.
Well, Love Honey's one of our sponsors.
Oh,
so
they like bum. They encourage the bumhole mentions.
I one of my most rewarding ever trips to this studio was when I left with a vibrating cock pouch thing.
Did you stick your willy in it?
Sorry?
Did you stick your willy in it?
Well, you have to, yes.
Oh, wait,
What have you been sticking in there? Have you been sticking a pickle in a pouch up there?
That's how I like my pickles.
A lot of people do leave the studio with sex toys though.
Yeah, no, it's rather lovely. One of my pastimes in maybe lonelier moments of my life was to go on websites. I don't think it was Love Honey exactly, but websites like that. And then you click the demonstration videos on like things called the monkey spanker. And then you've got this woman who's trying to straight-facedly go, so you put the monkey spanker around. And of course they haven't been this job is not high pay grade enough to get like your big charisma merchants. So it's just this poor woman who doesn't want to do this. The monkey spanker goes around the top and it comes back up and maximum stimulation and the monkey spanker is like a little bat, like you'd have a bat and a ball, but there's like it's got rubber with a hole in it and you just like paddle your cock with it. Anyway, the awkwardness of those reads was of those adverts was something else.
Just a smutty QVC.
Speaking of paddles, by the way, I'm a paddlesman now.
Have you played without me?
Yeah.
Why didn't you invite me again?
Because it was full. I just got asked to go.
You've been wanking with paddles?
Oh, right.
What's paddles? What's being a paddlesman?
It's a version of tennis for the more astute gentleman.
Oh, padel.
Yes.
Like pickleball, but slightly
Faster. Pickleball's
yeah.
slow, isn't it?
Pickleball's like so like
always
it goes tennis, paddle, pickleball.
Yeah.
Pickleball's for old people. They want
Is it?
got a really slow ball so they can play, yeah.
All right.
And really low balls as well.
Has padel replaced? Are you doing that at the Liverpool Tennis Centre?
Yeah.
The cricket club.
Yeah.
And it hasn't replaced golf.
It hasn't replaced golf. Nothing can replace golf.
No, I'm still playing golf.
Yeah.
It's not been a busy golf summer for you, has it? Compared
played,
to
like, at least-
compared to 2023.
No, but I played every day at the Edinburgh Festival, so that's quite a weighted thing because I didn't go there this year. I've been busier.
Ah, yeah.
That's true.
That's
Still
what.
But
played
that was
like
truly your golf summer, wasn't it? Your golfing
You
salad
once came in
days.
dressed as a golfer as well.
Yeah.
I never stopped talking about golf. I think that's, looking back, that's the problem. You never stop wanking on about golf and then you sort of stop talking about it.
Well, anyway.
But now it's the paddle.
Do you have to wear golf stuff when you play golf, or
Yes.
is it just
You
fun?
need the kit.
Yes.
But do you?
No, do.
Like if you go to the golf club and you go, I want to play in my. If like my car dealer goes in his Gucci tracksuit, is he allowed to play?
I mean, if he goes to like a council course where it's like where no one gives a fuck, then yeah. But if he
Okay.
goes to a golf club where you should be playing with a member, then
Okay.
no, you get told to fuck off.
Okay.
What about the paddle club? Did you have to go with a member or?
It is cheaper if you're a member.
Okay, good.
Are you a member?
I'm not a member, no.
Have you been playing doubles or singles?
You have to play doubles really because it's so quick.
So you need 3 mates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bought yourself a £200 bat, didn't you?
No.
195.
How much was it?
No, it was 95.
Adam, is everything all right with you and paddling? Because he seems to be taking it very seriously. Everyone's desperately trying to get in on taking the piss, and you're like, no, 195.
Well, if you want to take the piss
£3.
out of me, then you need to find something to take the piss out of. I've bought a very reasonably priced
It
bat.
was
I've got a new hobby.
195. You've showed me it.
I think you've misread it.
I must have misheard the conversation we had about it as well.
You must have misread it.
Cool. That was the paddle update.
Alfie, will you give us a paddle update?
That was Adam's paddle update.
All right, that's enough fun now. I've been paddling. Where? With my 3 friends. Discount for members. No humour here.
I'll play
Let's
at the
move on.
weekend.
Yes, please.
Oh, sign
Not
me up.
Saturday, obviously. We're very busy. Both of us.
Friday.
Let's paddle then roast.
That sounds lovely.
Is the roast on Friday?
No,
Saturday.
I'm working from the
Saturday.
morning on Saturday. Some of us got jobs.
It's going to be quite brutal, I believe.
So room 102, we've got some from the listeners. Thomas Hutley says, got a room 102 for you. Eat it. Okay. Very aggressive.
pay attention to me!
I think actually
Listening my face.
one of my room 102s is going to be the sneeze of a PE teacher, that reminded me of because they're so loud. And that's just so like I'm a man. I've got to like take up. Like that was quite loud, but that was authentic. I grant you.
Sneezing.
You should have. You're ready to be a dad. That sneeze
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
best
was
sneeze.
so damn
But I don't know
ready.
if you remember your PE teacher's sneeze,
Yeah.
but it was so much louder. Or my geography teacher, Barry Seaman, who
Any relation?
Sorry?
Any relation?
to David.
Yeah?
He did look quite similar to David Seaman. Yeah.
Did you ever ask?
No, he was terrifying.
David Seaman.
Barry Seaman.
Oh.
David Seaman's very soft gentleman.
Safe hands, of course.
How do you know he was called Barry?
Because I read on my reports, it would say like Barry Seaman.
Yeah, Dan.
You went to a school where the teachers just put their first names on stuff.
Well, you just would sometimes see it on documentation, wouldn't you?
You are.
Rummaging through with a torch at night.
I don't really know how I knew his name was, but I knew, like, I don't know how many other first names I knew.
Mr. Siemens a bad
Everyone's first name.
Oh, that's why he let you know what his first name was, so that you'd call him Barry, because Mr. Seaman makes him sound like he's guzzling cum.
No, well, I'm not.
It's Johnny Innuendo back again.
I'm not sure I could necessarily speak to guzzling, but certainly sipping at the very least.
I better like Barry. Yeah. They're going to think all kinds.
In our school, if you found out a teacher's name, like their first name,
You just shouted at them.
you'd shout it at them, and if they urged, you'd get detention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
John! Nice. See me after school. Don't call me John.
And that was John Cum Guzzler. So you'd think he would have wanted everyone to know his name was John.
I can't believe you had an intimidating geography teacher. In my head, they're all like really mild.
Crichton, Muppet, Bowden,
Miss
Muppet,
Holly.
Holly Fit.
Yeah.
What? Cut that out, actually. Because you'll find out in 3 days.
Where's the camera on you? Oh, there it is. They did get it then. Yeah.
She took us to Iceland. Not euphemism. We went to Iceland in year...
What would you supposed to be there?
What am I cutting out here? All of it.
Went to Iceland in year 10 with her and a couple of other teachers. It's so mad. I used to get a weird aversion to your teachers. They're just people and you're just like an adult now, but now you're still like inferior to them, aren't you? She's a lovely woman as well, great teacher. She genuinely was.
If you seen her, would you still call her by
Miss
her
Holly,
teacher name?
100%, yeah. Yeah, without a doubt.
I remember I seen Mr. Dunwoody in Marks and Spencer's.
Who?
And Mr. Dunwoody. And
Adam used to teach him maths.
and he comes to me, Marks and Spencer. He's like, "You all right, Adam?" And I went, "Hey, mate, you all right?" And he goes, "Do you remember me?" And I went, "Yeah, we used to work together, Chris." And he went, "No, it was your maths teacher."
The lack of respect there.
All right, mate. You have to say sir, don't you?
Would
When
you
you
still
s-
say, would you, surely if you...
Hey, I saw the
alive?
I saw when I visit their graves.
You're right, sir.
All right, sir. I won that one. You're dead.
But you'd still
Who's in
say,
detention now?
When I was in sixth form and he used to teach me, he added me on the Xbox to play FIFA because he used to play FIFA.
Is he a paedophile?
And then he deleted me and blocked me because he found out my little brother was my little brother. And he was like, "Oh, I teach him as well. And I'm not allowed to play FIFA with anyone who's below sixth form."
he's a cool guy, as you can imagine.
Probably a good job you didn't go in the Blue Lagoon with Mr. Dunwoody. Someone else would be floating.
He was dead sound.
Oh,
he was dead sound.
Just to reiterate, he's not a
Miss Holly
paedophile.
was fucking great. Genuinely boss. Loved her.
I saw the caretaker, Mr. Grant, at a gig, and someone went, "Oh, he went to Hutton," and he came over and he said, "Oh, you went to Hutton," and I went, "Yes, I did, sir." He went, "Oh, you don't need to call me sir." And I was
Weird,
like,
innit?
"I do, because I spent 5 years of my life petrified of you."
Yeah.
And he wasn't even a teacher; he was a caretaker. But he was.
And that was just the caretakers.
He was. You didn't
like,
fuck
Mom?
with Mr. Grant.
My old drama teacher is coming to my show in Aberdeen, so he tells me on Facebook, and I'm very excited to meet.
They don't count.
They don't count, do they? I was in awe of him as a teenager.
They're all sound and
they were
shagging sixth
When I
formers.
think- well, yeah, and I think the thing about like him was that I think back to the stuff that we were doing. One of us read a monologue from 128 Days of Sodom by the Marquis de Sade, which features the line, "Little child, my white fuck is all over you." And there was like George reading this at 15 years old, sniggering. There was another one by Sheila Stevenson called 5 Kinds of Silence, where the dad explains, "Listen, you know how daddy has sex with mummy? Well, daddy's going to starts having sex with you too now." Like, that was 15 years old doing Sheila Stevenson plays 5 Kinds of Silence. Equus, the one where the guy fucks the horse. It was only Extremities, the one where the guy, it's like a boiling, she gets raped and then she catches him in the dog cage and tortures him with boiling water from the kettle.
We read of Mice and Men.
In my theatre studies, for my monologue for my A level, I did Stephen Burkhoff's Dog, where you play
Why did you do that?
because it's the most fun I've ever had on stage. You play a skinhead. You play a skinhead, like a racist skinhead.
Yeah.
And you play the dog. and you've got to act it out.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
And it's got the P bomb in it real hard.
Oh dear, oh dear.
And I got an A.
Yes. Well, you need one of those
Different
to make the
times.
word, don't you?
Well, mine's been well trodden. We know what I did in drama.
Yeah, don't do it again.
God.
What did you do?
I played someone with cerebral palsy.
Oh.
Almost too well.
Yeah.
Full marks. Have you got?
I just
have
want
you
to
got
check
a clip of it.
I just want to check the script of.
Can we get off Twitter?
He's just looking at porn. I've got porn
Sorry,
here.
I'm just having a wank.
Dog.
But that's the thing. If you get to read like Of Mice and Men when you're a teenager, you go, yeah, well, this is great. He's mentally problematic, and he's killed the thing, and now he's for the responsible bloke has got to shoot his mate in the
Spoilers.
Spoilers. But like, if you're doing all of those places, you're a 15-year-old. You're going, fuck, drama's like. That's crazy. Like, no wonder I wanted to read more plays when I was a teenager.
Was drama a choice in our school? I think it was.
I
think
don't
it was?
think so.
Drama wasn't a choice at my school either.
couldn't
It
do
was
drama
A
in our school.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was as GCSE. I did drama GCSE.
Yeah, we couldn't do that.
I wonder how many people would have done it, because if you think, like, there's so many people who went into performing who came from our school. Like, it's so many, really.
Is a genuine question. Would people have been like bullied out of it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Mike Rice was talking about this. We drove to a gig together the other week, and he was like, "Oh, I wanted to act all the way through high school, but just couldn't have brought myself to do it because he'd have just got fucking killed by his mates.
Homophobia.
So I had to wait till he got to uni to then do it, and then loved it.
Yeah.
But it's the toxic masculinity of teenage lads.
I wonder if that's shifting in those, like, if kids at the school now would endure the same problems, or whether that's slightly shifted.
It's much more performative now. TikTok and YouTube and
Yeah, because the whole thing is about the individual and performance, and we're all taught to broadcast ourselves because we're all so great. So that's actually a really brilliant and great way to be.
Do you know what I don't think helps it? The fact that it's called drama and not acting class. It's like drama, like it's not. Do you know what I mean?
The teacher
I
does
mean,
that
that is. I've never heard anybody make such a good point in such a bad way.
I think that's what.
Yeah, if it's called theatre.
Theatre studies.
even
Yeah,
that.
theatre or drama is like
the-
that's not
No,
allowed.
theatre sounds way like doesn't. If you did it like
like
acting
performing
or
arts, something like that.
yeah,
Performing.
performing arts.
Just acting. If
Movie
it was called
acting.
acting class. That would because I think even as a teenager you associate acting with Matthew McConaughey, handsome, brilliant.
Just
great.
call it Matthew McConaughey studies.
Yeah, but also like just show everybody pictures of Colin Farrell and Tom Hardy, and
Yeah, they did drama, so why
Yeah,
can't you?
yeah. There's a
Yeah, but
bit
that's
in
what I
Colin
mean,
Farrell's
like-
sex tape where he asks the woman, they're in the middle of fucking, and then he goes, "So where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?" It's the most random.
I'm sorry,
sideways-
Colin Farrell's got a sex tape.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
That's a fake.
I was worried there for a second that I'd said Colin Firth by mistake, who listener does not have a sex tape that we know of. But Colin Farrell does.
So he
yeah.
becomes a careers guidance counsellor halfway through banging a lady.
Yeah, they're both. So where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Is it still on my dick?
I think it was a very earnest question. Like, you go, well, I've studied to be an actuary, but my heart wasn't really in it. So,
Got a cock on his mouth.
Oh, right, okay.
Have you seen when he's flirting with the reporter? When she asks him a question, he flirts back, and it's so sexy.
Oh yeah.
yeah, he's
Like
quite
he's
incredible.
He's just got it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I'd like to see him flirt with all the makeup on for the Penguin, because
It looks like Omar Baba.
it's a
That
mad.
drives me fucking insane.
Mad
Why
visual.
bother casting him? Save everybody a bunch of time and cast fucking Danny DeVito or somebody who looks a bit more like that already.
Someone who's uglier.
But what if he's a better actor?
You can't act underneath all that fucking madness. All the idiosyncrasies that occur in the human face are completely deleted by
It is pretty. But to go, we're remaking the Penguin. Who with?
Colin Farrell.
Danny DeVito.
Oh yeah, and then the
Penguin.
Yeah, it
Mr.
was the
Freeze is going to be
Penguin,
played by
I know.
Bette
Yeah.
Midler. What are you
40
doing?
years later.
Is Danny DeVito the original Penguin?
Yeah.
Is he?
He's caught by his
Who else
nose.
wasn't he?
What be on you, Batman?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've got no idea what's going on.
have you not seen Batman Returns?
Seen Batman Begins.
I just want to be like you, Batman.
It's an
Have
old
you not had a wank about Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman? Oh, you've never
Ours
lived.
is Anne Hathaway.
Fair shout, but
Berry.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer's one
In
of the
PVC,
most beautiful women.
when she licks herself like a cat, get out. Get out of my life. Oh, my little dick was bing, slightly bigger. That's a trickier one.
Is that a Danny DeVito impression?
In that film, and it is quite good, I will say. Did we have a room? Do you ever get to find out what Tom wanted to put in room 102?
Oh, we have been on some of the richest form of ADHD of our lives.
This sneaker's given me ADHD.
I swear to God, I think people should just start sending in the names and we'll do the rest. Thomas Hutley says, never mind about that. Have you ever done theatre studies?
What was this thing?
Got a room one. We're out of time. Thanks for watching. Got a room 102 for you, lads. Eating outside. It's overrated. Flies, wasps everywhere. Wind blows everything away. Food gets cold within 4 seconds. Sack it off and get inside to eat.
Depends
No,
where,
Thomas
doesn't it?
Hutley.
Don't eat outside like your front
Oh,
garden.
he said in Antarctica. Nah, it's
Play. In it
awful.
goes. I like al fresco, me.
Who's he?
I just want to be like you.
To Mr. and Mrs. Fresco, a son. Ow.
Do you not think al fresco dining's class though?
Oh, no, I
You're
think it's
outside with your
beautiful.
friends, couple of vinos, you know.
Just finished paddling.
Yeah.
We went al fresco when we went to Paris for the Champions League final. We had food and cocktails all day.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
We
It's
did a
lovely.
bit of al
On the
fresco in
lane.
Church Street, or whatever it's called up there.
Yeah, when we went to the Bad Boy Burger Club in Nashville.
Yeah.
Al
You
fresco.
can do al fresco in Nashville because it's hot.
It's a billion.
Certain places suit the outdoor eating better. Like on
Wigan.
it. Yeah.
Al fresco in Wigan. Doesn't get much better than that, really.
On a
It's
busy.
actually a beautiful rooftop bar in Bootle as well.
I wouldn't do al fresco.
Just
yeah.
find us at the top of the Asda. We've got a grill. Fuck knows what we put on it.
I think he's been a bit extreme there in tarring all al fresco eating with the same shitty brush.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're on Hollybob's and you go to a restaurant and it's in the square,
Yeah. Or a
Well,
restaurant, as Gordon Ramsay would say.
that's the best bit.
Do you remember eating your tea outside in the garden when it was a nice day?
Yeah.
My mum would go, we're eating in the garden. I'd be like, boss.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know why it was better,
Love
but
it.
it was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
About it in the garden.
Have it in the garden.
Fish fingers in the garden feels so counterintuitive, doesn't it? What am I doing out here with these?
I ate me kebab outside before in the rain.
That sounds quite sad.
Was no one answering the front door?
No, I just ate it on the way from Olive Branch to here.
I can't. I put that into room 102. Eating on the move
Why?
because, like, I saw
I've got
somebody
shit
with a,
to do, friend.
No. Well, then just don't eat. You don't need to eat that minute.
I did.
No, you don't. Like, I've seen people walking along in a fleece, which is also disappointing.
Whoa, what's wrong with
Whoa.
fleeces?
Just-
You love a fleece.
Hang on. There's
You're a fleeceman if I've ever seen one.
look, I mean a millet's fleece, like a utility fleece, like a sad fleece.
Okay.
Okay, it's a different kind of fleece.
Okay.
It's a fleece that's a resignation to effort. Like it's
A regatta.
something like that. So, and then he got a Ben's cookie on the go, eating the Ben's cookie. Like, just if you're gonna eat that, take the time to fucking enjoy it. You can't just like be busily going somewhere.
Oh, Alfie.
Also, what makes you think you deserve a cookie, Mark Maron? Fuck
Oh, you want a cookie, you pussy? You pussy.
You just stood next to Millie's going, do you deserve this?
Yeah, I do feel I've got real, just if you're gonna experience pleasure, engage with your pleasure.
Oh, I think a cookie as you're strolling to your destination, that's not too offensive, is it?
It would be like walking somewhere masturbating.
A lasagna.
No, it
you
wouldn't.
couldn't-
Sit down.
No.
No, I said like. I didn't say the same as, did I? What I was trying to do was create an amusing equivalent for your podcast listeners to enjoy. So don't ring your bell at me, Daniel.
A cookie's fine, but a lasagna you can't
No,
walk and
you can't
Yeah.
eat a lasagna
Yeah.
on the wall.
Bowl of Cheerios.
Well, I'd be more keen to see somebody walk eating a lasagna.
Like a
like a
buffet.
sandwich. Yeah.
Lasagna's getting a lot of airtime today, isn't it?
Lasagna is technically a sandwich, isn't it?
It's cake. It's meat cake.
It's a sandwich. It's meat between layers of wheat. Sandwich.
Are we voting on this?
Yeah, he's fucked it.
Eating outside?
Guys, piss off, Tom.
Thomas? No, sir. No, sir to you. Mark Williams says, Wag Wag Lids, just back from holiday where I saw far too many adults wearing pool shoes. Those weird wetsuit-looking slip-on numbers. These make grown-ups look like an absolute turbo nonce with an ulterior motive for being around the pool. They should be locked up in room 102 along with anyone who wears them for all our safety.
They are good for water parks, though.
They're great for water parks. And what if they've got verrucas and they're trying to protect you?
Bazooka da Faruka.
Also, if you're ever going in, like in the sea,
Yeah, I would say, but this is a beach shoe. It's not a it's a beach shoe for going in the sea and then not wanting to put your foot on all the slimy rocks and
I
whatnot.
mean, Scion Park, they're absolute necessity.
Yeah.
They look bad, but they're useful.
And all the scorching hot sand of the beach, flip flops are going. The sand's going to ride up. This is just good,
Not for the pool, though, in the hotel.
Yeah, if you're doing it at your hotel pool and you haven't got a verruca, then bang out of order.
Yeah, but you're going to check. Sorry, you're wearing the. Do you have a verruca, or are you just wearing those as a fashion?
No, I just muttered under my breath. That cunt better have a verruca.
Why did I get so many verrucas as a child and I haven't had one for years
You
and
started
years?
swimming a lot more, didn't you?
Right. I've been swimming at the...
But you've built up verruca antibodies, haven't you?
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I made that up, but it sounds plausible, doesn't it?
I felt like it was a real problem.
You didn't ring your
in
bell
my-
then, did you?
No.
And I was talking shite.
You also haven't had chicken pox recently, have you?
No. So must have been... Or AIDS.
You have that when you were a kid?
I've had
Nasty outbreak.
the immunisation against chickenpox
Uh,
because there is a problem. If you did it as an adult, you can
infertile.
die.
All right. Well, don't worry about that
Shingles.
because we're going to India, so we've been inoculated for absolutely fucking everything.
Fucking hell.
They offered us, was it
6.
Japanese knotweed? What was the thing that we got?
Japanese cephalophylaxis.
That one. We
Yeah.
got that one. Because
And you-
apparently you get a brain injury if you get that, and you're probably not going to get it in India because it's based in Japan, but...
Hepatitis A, B, C, D, the whole alphabet
Rabies.
of hepatitis.
Rabies.
Cholera.
Yeah.
No, we haven't had the cholera one yet.
We'll
That's a
have
drink
it
at
to
the end.
bevy. We'll have it's 6 inoculations we got today. We've got more to come in one go. There's a lot.
Jesus. H shite.
Mark, are we giving you this?
No.
No. Daniel Chapman says, Chapo from Sydney, Australia here,
Japan, mate.
with a submission for room 102. It's my birthday sashes, badges, or anything similar.
In public.
I don't think he's a fan of the anything celebrating your birthday in visual form.
I think over the age of 16, if it's not kind of done in a kitsch, localized environment, but also I think this is my whole controversial opinion on half and half scarves at the game. Who cares? Just fucking leave it. It's like if you're somebody else is wearing.
Do you
But then
hate?
that's
Do you hate the half and half, or you just think let them?
I just don't care.
He doesn't care, which means he goes heavily in favour of them to wind people like me and Rob Thomas up.
Yeah.
I saw some Italian Bologna fans the other week. It was like last
Not many
week, was it?
non-Italian ones, to be fair.
Yeah, they're not a massive international, but they had the half and half scarves, and I thought this is big for you because I remember watching Serie A in the 90s. Bologna are like a mid-table team at their best, and they're in a rich vein of form. They're in the Champions League. I sort of think it's cute.
Yeah, you get it totally. I took my friend, this is about 12 years ago, to go and see. I had a spare ticket for Liverpool Everton, and he'd always wanted to go to Anfield. He'd been to every other ground, been a dream of his to go. So I went, why don't you come with me? And he was a Fulham fan, but to commemorate Steven Gerrard's hat trick that day, he got a half and half scarf, and it was fine.
We watched
Apart
that in
from-
Envy.
That feels like a mad game to get a half and half scarf, to even make them.
Yeah, it does, but I think it is for who's buying them. Well, it's him.
It's Fulham fans.
It's Fulham fans. It's Fulham.
Awesome.
All the Fulham fans at Anfield.
Or some kid whose birthday present, the tickets are fucking hugely important. Let them have it.
It's the white socks thing. It's like, why do you care what colour my socks are? What has possessed you?
So I am getting to an age where I am starting to resist and hate these things, like the fact that I'm not allowed to wear white socks.
No, it's with jeans though, isn't it? It's not white socks. We wear white socks all the time. Both of us do.
Yeah, but he's a jeansman and he got them on.
You're moving up here, lad.
I'm a jeansman.
Yeah,
And
But he won't wear nothing but white socks once he moves here because he's a contrarian.
But I've got my jeans rolled up. So I'm fucking rubbing it in your. This Liverpudlian is rubbing it in your scouse faces.
Yeah, but you're working it as well, which is annoying.
Sorry?
You're working it, which is annoying.
Thank you.
You're not allowed to, but I want to. I'm just pushing back on customs now. I'm getting some white socks.
Oh,
Yeah.
do it. Do it. Should we
And
have
a sari.
Maybe not. Should we do some advice and get out of here?
Yes.
To hell.
Well, we're looking out of here. We've got film club.
I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it and prepped and excited.
If you want to do it, you'll be fine.
Is that all right?
Yes.
If you don't, you might do time.
I always hear Adam's cold when he's singing.
That's Roy Hodgson.
Oh yeah, it's Roy Hodgson. We got Roy Hodgson singing.
I might make a roast chicken tonight.
Wolf's
You
chicken.
got bored, Dan.
What?
This is from an anonymous lady.
An anonymous lady.
I've got so bored.
Are you an anonymous lady?
Hi,
cameras are
Lids.
on.
I need some advice. Me and my boyfriend are both about to make a roast later. No. Me and my boyfriend are both into some rough and kinky sex. So much so that we use a safe word, Bulgaria, for if things are hurting too much, etc.
It's not meant to be a sexy word, though.
You think Bulgaria is a sexy word?
Like bulgy, innit? Bulgy.
Me
What do you think it should
Bulgaria.
be?
Me bulge area. There you go.
It's where to keep me cock.
For if things are hurting too much, etc. My boyfriend started a new job recently, and there's a, you guessed it, Bulgarian uni student working there that he seems to be overly close to. It feels like something from a fucking sitcom.
You guessed
Maybe.
It's the first thing I thought of.
Pause here. Guess what happens next? Oh, there's going to be a Bulgarian supermodel working with him, isn't there? It's obvious.
Maybe I'm just being paranoid and they're just friends, but I find myself getting jealous. Obviously, the worst part of it all is that if the safe word is used in the bedroom, I immediately think of them together flirting at work and I get completely put off. I don't even know how I would broach this with my boyfriend or if I should find a way to change safe words and just forget about it all. Any advice? And that's from Anonymous.
Surely this makes it the perfect safe word.
Yeah. It's turning you off.
Yeah?
If you don't, a safe word isn't meant to, like, a safe word isn't meant to turn you off. A
Oh, it's
safe
meant
word
to
is
just,
just to
like,
go,
stop.
Ooh, ouch, I'd like to continue on enjoying pleasure, so could you just release your grip or whatever?
Yeah, it's not stop. It's like, okay, let's go back a step.
Yeah. Just like
It's
take
not like
it.
the fire alarm, everyone has to go out into the car park. It's
But
just,
how do you say, like, if depending on what kind of sex you're into, how do you say Bulgaria with a lavatory ball cock in your mouth or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
I'll just say anything.
how do
Like
you
a
say
gimp
any,
mask on.
Yeah, but how do you say any safe word with the...
Yeah, but sure, that's why I think a safe melody would be a meta idea.
Green sleeves.
That's what I do when I come, so what would I do?
Yeah.
I'd keep
That's why
going.
I've heard you when I've stayed at yours and I'm in the room next door.
He's watching Tarzan again. Oh, he's wanking.
Safe melody when you're wanking. I'd slow
Prize
down
for anybody
there.
who can name that melody, by the way.
Green sleeves.
Go again.
Halo.
I thought it was the Europa League theme.
Or Halo.
I don't know. I can't remember. I want a listener to tell me. I want them right in and let me know what melody that is because it's going to drive me insane.
I don't know, but it's really affecting my erection.
Do you and Laura have a safe word?
Yeah, we do.
Get out.
What are you doing in my bedroom?
Get off me, you fat bald cunt. And
what you say to her?
It really works.
That will work.
Yeah. It's more of a safe phrase.
That will slow me down. But she sings it.
Yeah.
Get off me, you fat bald cunt. And then I know she's had enough.
Wake the kids up. Then.
She usually says it as I'm sort of parking up on the driveway.
Yeah.
She just starts shouting Bulgaria.
Surely, if you are into kinky BDSM sex, then the feeling of like I know I've got a few people who I know who like to describe fucking other people whilst they're fucking because the jealousy is an aphrodisiac.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that's a thing, innit?
Yeah. So why don't you just
Part
get
of the
off
cut
on the
fantasy
idea of
is
him?
going, where did you go? And she's like, I went to the Little Chef and got bummed. And he's
Yeah.
like, oh, you dirty bitch.
But if you can get your boyfriend to describe to you in some elaborate detail the delight of tilling this particular Bulgarian field, then maybe
Oh,
there's
Christ almighty. That was so well done, but gross at the same time.
Yeah.
Tilling the field.
yeah. It was distant but very close as well, wasn't it? It's
Make
horrible.
a rumour about Hristo Stoichkov, and then she might just be put off Bulgaria forever.
How long has Stoichkov been banging around your head there?
Not long.
All right, okay. I thought you'd literally from the start gone Bulgaria.
How many other Bulgarian
Stoichkov.
footballers can you name?
Lechkov.
It was.
Stilian Petrov.
Was he Bulgarian?
Berbatov Bulgarian.
Dimitar Berbatov.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
And there you go. And that's
I'm
what
glad
we're
we
going to
did
end
that.
on.
So
I want Dimitar Berbatov to be the last words we say today. It would
Isn't
make so much
Paddington Bear Bulgarian?
No,
Peruvian.
Peruvian. Deepest, darkest Bulgaria. You're thinking of Uncle Bulgaria.
I am.
From
It's weird that I didn't get that.
You don't even know who he is, do you?
No, he's from
What's Uncle Bulgaria from?
The Wombles.
the Wombles.
Were you thinking of that?
I think so.
Are they Bulgarian, yeah? Do they have an accent?
No, they're from Wimbledon.
No, they live in Wimbledon. Doesn't mean they're not Bulgarian, Dan.
All right, Brexit.
There's loads of Bulgarians in Wimbledon.
Katie Melliwer.
is that badger that killed somebody on Wimbledon Common? Do you remember that?
Yeah, he was a Bulgarian.
The Bulgarian
Keep it
badger.
light.
He was bad news.
Change the country. Croatia.
Yeah, make it.
It's just sexy though, isn't it?
Luka
Right,
Modric
shit.
isn't-
That's not going to calm you down.
Kazakhstan.
What?
Kazakhstan.
Yeah, Eritrea.
Tajikistan.
How'd you say it?
Tajikistan.
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Oh, no.
Say it wrong.
I think it's Herzegovina, isn't it?
No.
That's what would make.
It'll
Should
piss
I
it
have
off.
said that wrong? And be like, there we go.
Rwanda. Say all countries wrong, just to piss.
Rwanda.
Rusi.
I reckon.
Tuna.
What's Rusi?
Russia.
Where's tuna?
China.
Can't get it. Tuna can't be a sex word. Oh, tuna.
That'd be a good one to stop things in motion.
Can I just say, beautiful podcasting. That would be good. Let me move us on.
Well, I'm just trying to help out our listener, or your listener,
It stinks.
rather.
Change it to it stinks.
Again, it's not meant to put you off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can't be like, fucking hell, have you had a shower?
Oh, slow it down.
I think in the real world, this is a problem that is hers. She needs to get. You can't like you're putting a rug over the cat shit if you change the name of the safe word. What
Never
you
heard
need
that
to do
phrase
is you
before.
need to.
Definitely using it again. Walk over the cat shit. That'd be a terrible idea.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah,
You've got to go to him and go, hey, you know that Bulgarian supermodel? It's doing me head in. And you can still talk to her, but you can't remind me of her in the bedroom. So, new safe word, Johnny Bravo.
He's sexy though, isn't he?
Yeah. So actually, it should be from Cow and Chicken. It should be. Do you
No, I love you, big boy.
remember Cow and Chicken?
That's sexy as well, though.
Mama had a chicken. Mama had a cow.
Sing that.
Dad was proud. He didn't care how. Is that the theme song?
That was one of the best
song.
cow and chicken impressions
That's theme song.
ever.
Not for nothing, Dan.
Say
Not for
song wrong
nothing.
as well.
Oh, that was the theme song anyway.
Right, we're done. I've got to go and do a radio interview about these fucking kids. So can we fucking wrap this up?
What a philanthropist.
I'm not sure that that's the best. I've got a text from you. That's weird, isn't it? How did you do that?
Just before we started recording again, sent you the picture of all of us.
Oh, right, nice. I'll send you a picture back.
AlfieBrownComedian.com.
AlfieBrownComedian.com. Purchase tickets to come and see me on tour, and
You must.
that's great.
And Finn,
Yes.
we have one of our own playing us out today on audio and video.
On video.
Don't
he's
break
broken
it.
the
You
mic.
broke another one of them.
What do you mean have I broken another one of them? I've tried to move the mic towards my face so I could slag Finn off, and it fell apart.
Well, two have broken the history, both yours. We've got more. It's fine.
Right.
It's done.
Audio and video listeners. This is my tune, my new single, Outskirts, which is out right now.
Banger.
Give it a listen. If you've
Get
not
the
listened to
kitchen
my
roll for
stuff
the video.
before- if you've not listened to my stuff before, give it a go. Add it to your playlist. Tell your mates. All the good stuff. The link's in the bio. And then if you like it, come to my gig, which is in 2 weeks.
Saturday,
Where is
October
it?
the 26th.
Jacaranda Baltic.
Is
It is.
Tweet him saying you love it.
It's really good.
Put it on your social media, Instagram stories.
Can you do it?
My name's Philly K.
Yeah. I will let you do it, but I've got to be the headliner. Don't let me be the support act.
Oh,
please.
yeah.
I'm Finley K and the headliner is stuck in traffic, so I'm going to do the whole show. This is Outskirts, which is where the real headliner is.
Oh, nice.
Dimitar Berbatov.
Feel like I've gone back in time, living an old life. Some things have changed, but not much new around my life. I'll see you in the middle of the outskirts of town. The weight of the world is dragging me down, and I think too much, feeling losing touch, and I get no sleep. When I close my eyes, I see no sign of that sweet relief. Feel like I wanted more, but it just felt the same as before. All things must change, I guess that's true. Around my life, I'll see you in the middle of the outskirts of town. The weight of the world is dragging me down, and I think too much, feeling losing touch, and I get no sleep. When I close my eyes, I see no sign of that sweet relief. The cold wind blows, it feels like it's over. The cold wind blows, I don't even know you. The cold wind blows, it feels like it's over. The cold wind blows, I don't even know you. Middle of the outskirts of town.